Hey, them. Excuse me. Okay.
Okay, I thought so. Let me get my window capture. Hang on. Hang on a sec. Yeah? Yes, right now. Okay. Alright, hang on a sec. I have to get this capture working. Hang on. Okay, there we go. What? Almost had it. Oh! Silly me. I forgot to turn that on. I also forgot to turn this on. Okay. There we go. Oh, right. Okay. What is going on, world of YouTube? My name is Grandmaster Scott, and welcome back to the Pokemon Platinum Hexlocke. I have missed this so much, but now that we've finally gotten Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney out of the way, we can get to this. So where we last left off, we obviously started our Hexlocke. If you don't know what a Hexlocke is, or Nuzlocke in general, I accidentally took a screenshot. That's funny. But if you don't know, the rules are in the description below, but essentially, it's all the normal rules of a Nuzlocke, which, if you don't know what Nuzlocke is, it's simple. It's just like, it's kind of a permadeath run, with the bonus rule of we cannot change party members unless we have a free spot. So, as you'll notice, we're missing a couple Pokemon. Well, that's because I've been updating when I was doing grinding off camera, so, we actually lost 2 Pokemon because of that. Specifically, we lost Maria the Bidoof, and we lost, not Garuda, I forgot her name, but we lost our Staravia. So we lost a Bidoof and we lost a Staravia. It was sad. However, we did have some Pokemon in the PC, which I'm going to pull now, as our replacements. So, let's just pull them up now. That's really messy. It's always good. Something I've heard is a good way to start your morning is to simply make your bed. It's good and refreshing. And I actually kind of agree. I haven't, but I still agree. So, let us withdraw our replacements. So, our current replacements, first of all, what was it? Pixie, yeah, which is actually sad because I was going to use her with the grass gym. And I did ask on my YouTube channel on who you wanted to replace. The shelf of books fell again. Oh no, I am so sorry to hear that. But who you wanted to replace them. So, the one with the most votes to them at 80% of 5 votes was Oni the Machop. And the one with the second most votes, only 1 vote, but still counts, was Stonescone the Geodude. And for anyone wondering what this naming scheme is, I'm naming them after personas from Persona 5 Royal. Like the different Shadows personas. No, wrong button. Alright, so I've mostly finished some of the grinding I was going to do. And I also did remember checking them ahead of time. I just don't remember what their natures were. Hardy nature. Let me look up what that meant again. Hang on. I've actually forgotten this. Pokemon Natures database. Hardy is a neutral nature. So, it's not his stats don't change, or her stats don't change, which is fine. Oh, I didn't notice that for when I was checking before. This is No Guard Oni? Okay, that can actually be really good. A No Guard Machop and Machoke. Well, I'll never get into a Machoke because I don't have any mods on this. I wanted to do this unmodded. But that's still really good. We get basically, I can teach it low accuracy moves without fear. The move will always land. And then Stonescone was a naughty nature. Raising attack, lowering special defense. That can actually be a good nature too. Physical defense is really what matters more for rock types, but having higher attack is actually a helpful one. And then Rockhead is always a good ability. Actually, that can be good. I don't know if Geodude learns any recoil moves. I don't know if it learns, Takedown or anything. And as for current moves, Tackle, Defense, Curl, and Mud Sport, Low Kick, Leer, and Focus Energy. Alright. And I'm actually glad that you all said Oni, because this is the only one of those 3 replacements that can learn Rock Smash. And I didn't want to have to teach my Pokemon Rock. I didn't want to have to teach my starter Rock Smash. Oh. Is this at 1? It'll be a hard time cleaning up since it's 1:30 a.m. Yikes. I saw a big bird pass by my bedroom window. Oh, that's fun. Oh, wait, Stonescone could. So either one of them could. I think I'd rather... I'm going to be honest. Do I teach it to Geodude or do you teach it to Oni? Oni already has low kick, and Stonescone only has tackle, so yeah, I'm gonna teach it to Geodude. Give Geodude something else. The other part is, I thought the lady with the 2 left hands, the stand Empress, it's just Justice. Oh, that's right. Empress was the pimple. Empress is a pimple. Also, out of curiosity, can any of them learn Flash? I'm not gonna teach yet. But can any of them? Sarosha can. Okay, I probably will just teach it now because this can be useful in the future. And yes, as you'll see, the only Pokemon currently that are at level are... I got Fornius, who's a little over, and then same with Shisa. But that's fine. I want, Abaddon was kind of the one that matters the most. Excuse me. Because at level 15, Abaddon gets, Magikarp gets 1 attacking move. And it's Tackle. At least he's got something. Also, I'm a little hyper right now because I just finished off a pitcher of unsweet iced tea. So I'm a little, Thank you so much. Rain can be a really nice thing. It's been raining a lot where I've been lately. Just a lot of rain. I also hope everyone had a good weekend because I had a painful weekend. I threw my back out. It's better now. I'm at 100% now. I can feel it a little bit, but not so much that it hurts. But Yeah, I threw my back out on Saturday and then spent the rest of the weekend mostly recovering. Like, I hate throwing my back out. Also, one thing to note, because I did all of my grinding in Orberg Gate, you didn't get to see a Barry interaction here, our rival interaction, which was just simply just him saying that he's gonna head to the next gym. Speaking of that thing, unless they can move the body of the host and be ridiculously strong, can't really see much of an aspect we're missing. Okay, so many books. I am so sorry to hear that. Although I named the big bird passed by the window shelf. I once had a cat show up at my windowsill once that I named that I forgot what I named it. I've technically seen like 2 random wild cats before. One of them I remember naming. I think I named them Anchor. No, that was the neighbor's. I don't remember. Paper sheets, no idea. So this is our current team so far. Also, I just realized I forgot to give our team recap. We have Fornius the Prin, Plup, Luxio, Shisa the Luxio, Abaddon the Magikarp, Surosha the Abra, Oni the Machop, and now Oni the Machop, and Stone Scone the Geodude. Alright, I'm gonna just bubble beam you. Doing myself. I've had moments like that before. Once when I was putting away some books I got, I just found a binder. I found like a school binder. Like, it was random. I just just a random school binder. And like, I'm not even in college right now, so what? Looker! Love the Looker theme. Tell me, have you not obtained a pal pad? Is not a pal pad free to anyone visiting the Pokemon Center's basement? Anyway, there appears to be no one shady in this Jubilife city, and I shall therefore take my investigation elsewhere. But my friend, I suggest you remain vigilant for shady grown-ups. Away I go! Yeah. Alright. Oh hey, look, shady people! It's like, now, Professor Rowan, you must comply. Hand over all your research findings, for free, naturally. Failure to comply will result in a painful time for your assistant. We will break her kneecaps in. It's like, Joker. Well, how was the Pokedex progressing? That's Orberg's gym badge I see. But hadn't I given you your first Pokemon only recently? I don't know, it's been about close to a month since I've last talked to you. Perhaps being a trainer is like second nature to you. Hyros, I think, uses his weapon to its full extent because I'm pretty sure it can ricochet. It can ricochet, and there's not really much else you can do with a whole horse's gun, with a whole horse's stand, because Emperor is just a gun. Messed up the lamp's time? Oh no. Oh, Professor of Pokemon, must you be so difficult? We are speaking to you on business because this is work for us. What we're saying is, we demand you comply with our demands. Quiet, you lot! Why must you be such a nuisance? Let me list some lessons you still need to learn. Number 1, don't loiter about for no good reason. Number 2, don't interrupt others while they are attempting to converse. Number 3, if you don't get your way, don't raise your voice to be intimidating. 4, don't think you've grown strong just because you're in a group. 5, what is with those outlandish outfits you have on? That's not a number. That's just that. Wait, does Olaris have an ability or something other than the gun? The closest to anything special that the gun does is A, have a recharge so he doesn't actually have to reload, and B, the bullets can curve. They don't it's a wide curve, so it's not like, bam. It's not like it can go at an angle, it's always at a curve, but that's really it. And it's always a wide curve also. That's all that Emperor does. It's literally just a gun. It is the most simple stand in existence. It's just gun. Just like, hey, look, I have Emperor. It's like, this is all the stand is. It is just a gun. 3 Celsius? I'm going to freeze at that point. Yikes. My goodness, you call yourselves adults. You kids, don't grow up to be like these sorry specimen. Minor grammar error, it's fine. You had to make this personal. You forced our hand into making a show of force. We will make you regret insulting Team Galactic, who for all intents and purposes are basically Scientology as terrorists. That is really all Team Galactic is. They're Scientology if they engaged in domestic terrorism. You kids, give these thugs a lesson in civility, please. Joker, let's do battle together. Wait, why is there no audio coming through? Wait, did I not set up audio? Oh, also I forgot to put them in. Ah, dang it. Once again. Hang on. Properties. No. There we go. I am so sorry. So much of the stream has just been quiet. I did not realize that I wasn't capturing the proper monitor. Because I'm in dual mode right now. Okay. Also, her Chimchar is 13. Why? I don't think they're going to be crazy sometimes. I don't even bother. Wait, his abilities really just consist of if he misses, he can turn his bullet all the way around within like a couple of minutes. Pretty much. That is pretty much all the Emperor is. Let's take out Stunky with a little Bubble Beam. Saturday it's gonna be at 19 Celsius. Yikes. Today, we should be able to get a new helpful item. Like, I hope. Also, would I be crazy to try and switch in Oni to get him a little more XP? I think I'll be fine. Because I do have pretty good defense. And, okay, they do go after Chimchar. And Chimchar doesn't yet. Okay. Also, let me double check to make sure I'm not mixing up this move. Okay. Okay, I was thinking I was mixing this up for low sweep. This can still be a good move. Inflicts greater damage on heavier foes. I wonder if I should have still taught it, Rock Smash. You know what? Yeah, after this, I'm going to list, I'm going to teach him Rock Smash just to give him another fighting move. But yeah, Oni should be a good Pokemon for us. I'm also saying stand because we're talking so much like JoJo's. The Beetle stand. Oh, you mean Tower of Grey? One of the worst stands ever? That is a stand you really don't want. You leave us no option. We will retreat for now. We shall do so because Team Galactic is benevolent to all. It's not because we lost to children. That lot. They call themselves Team Galactic. When Pokemon evolve, they seem to release some type of energy. However, I do believe that it's a mystic power far beyond our control. Well, that was weird. Anyway, but Team Galactic seems to be studying that power's potential. They want to know if it can be used as energy for something. Joker, did you know? The professor studies the evolution of Pokemon too. According to his research, 90% of all Pokemon are somehow tied to evolution. Well, maybe that's the reason those people tried to take the professor's research data by force. That's really unforgivable. It's like, they just jumped an old man. It's all over, so you can relax now. Still, thanks to you two, nothing came of that situation. I appreciate it. Incidentally, Joker, kudos to you for your battling skill. You got me thinking, why don't you collect all the gym badges of Sinnoh? Doing so, you will be sure to encounter lots of Pokemon. That, of course, means your Pokedex pages will continuously fill up. In other words, it will be of great help to my research. That said, I've given you your first Pokemon and Pokedex as yours to keep. You're free free to do with them as you wish. Take care now. Oh, wait, I just realized we can't get the item I'm thinking of yet. There's still some more stuff. Oh, that was very good. Nicely done. Truly excellent. Oh, I beg your pardon. I'm from Jubilife TV. I'd like to have something for letting me see that smashing battle. Oh, actually kind of, like, useful-ish? Contained within that fashion case, you will find a whole spectrum of chic accessories and tasteful backdrops. Dress up your Pokemon and watch their appeal grow. And right now the TV station is offering this facility so visitors can dress up their Pokemon. There are also prize giveaways too. Please do visit our TV station. Okay, that is actually kind of useful. Something I am going to do, like I want to try something. Go to Jubilife TV. I want to see if I can get a certain item. Because they do a lottery. Yeah. Alright, I am going to do a lottery. How many numbers match? 53173. Does it match any Pokemon? No. Okay, I'm gonna be trying that every day after this. Because I want to see, because you can get some good stuff out of that lottery. With two items in particular being the most useful. There are the XP share, which can be useful for grinding for Pokemon, and the Master Ball, which is obviously the Master Ball. Those are very close to my bedroom, so I'm gonna have good Wi-Fi. Nice. Also, my previous micro SD for my Switch 1 is not supported on the Switch 2. There goes 9,000 ruble. I am so sorry to hear that. I've had moments like that before, but that sucks. By the way, speaking of stands, apparently Dio defies logic for having two stands. Basically, an ability like Hermit Purple and the Time Stop. I've heard of that. I've heard the main theory is that the world was originally supposed to be Jonathan's stand, and Dio took in it, then like Dio's stand is the Hermit Purple type. I don't know if they ever, I think they did give a name for that stand, they just never said it in the anime. Also, this is a new encounter. Like, this is a new route, so we actually get a new encounter. And I'm obviously going to do the grass because we can't fish up anything useful yet. But also, he's not the first person to do multiple stands. Well, he was the first, but he's not the only one to have multiple stands. Because, I mean, Yoshikage Kira, he has 3 stand abilities. And that one's even more confusing. Bidoof. Actually, let me check this route's encounter table before I start, because this is Dupe's Claws. It would be nice to have, but it is still Dupe's Claws. So I need an Express Micro SD card later for the Switch 2. That's good at least. But I'm going to... let me look at the encounter table. So first of all, Jubilife 15. Put it in Jubilife. Okay, this is Route 204, which is a new region. Not new region, a new route for us, meaning a new area, where we can also get Bullet Seed. Which is good. We can't get Snarl. As I'm just looking at this, there are a few things useful we can get. Well, not really, no. The best things are just by Surf, but we can at least get Bullet Seed. But, let's see. Of the stuff that we haven't gotten yet, we cannot get the Zubats here, because those are only night. We could get a Wormhole. We could get another Starly, but it'd be really low level. Actually, everything here would be low level. So, let's see, we could get a Wormhole. We could get a Budew. Or we could get a Kricketot as, like, new encounters. If we wanted to... not. And then obviously I don't have Poke Radar or like a dual slot, so we can't get those special Pokemon. I don't even think you can get Poke Radar yet. I think that's like a bit later. About Mask Outbreaks. Yeah, no, we can't get it yet. So we won't be able to... Oh, wait, no. Just talk to their sister, and that is a bit later, so we should be able to get it. So we technically, if we wanted to, could do like Poke Radar. Oh wait, there's also different areas. So this is the south. If we go north, that's more or less the same. I think that all that changes is just the special Pokemon. I don't, because if we do the radar. Oh wait, we can't. We can't do the radar. Because the radar Pokemon in the south is only Diamond Pearl exclusive. We could do it if we were at the north, but then that's a Sunkern. Who wants a Sunkern? I'm gonna get the Poke Radar after I get our encounter, which again, the only new ones are going to be a Wormhole, a Kricketot, or a Budew. I think it's worth farming for either. So I'm just gonna keep running away until either we get one of those new ones or we get a shiny. Which I'm surprised I haven't encountered a shiny yet. Basically, so that's a bit Bennett, but doesn't help you kill the cat with a stand. Became a flower himself in the side. No, he didn't kill the cat. The cat was killed by Yoshikage and Kira's fake wife. Wait, he did? Wait, he did? When did Kira... Well, no, Wait, no, Bites the Dust... Was Bites the Dust a Requiem stand? I thought Bites the Dust was just like another stand he got. Was it actually just a Requiem ability? Huh. Been playing Mean Bean from Sonic Mania a lot to the point where I make the switch to have 0 volume while I put a Mean Bean Machine Silva Gun... Or R.I.P. Silva Gunner has some good tracks. Didn't even know he, didn't know he passed. To be fair, I don't really keep up with that stuff often. And so, will we get a new Pokemon, or will we get a shiny first? Let's see what we get later. Yeah, I know Winnie got Bites for this, but I didn't know that counted as a Requiem stand. I thought that just counted as a stand. But also, Kira didn't kill the cat. That was his, that was just his fake wife. Bites for this is a Requiem. Sure can have the ability to make air bubbles, which she turned into mobile bombs. The sheer heart attack was just one of the original abilities. I didn't know that. I just thought it was just an ability he got. Although I guess that makes sense. That Bites the Dust would be a Requiem ability because it defies the logic of the stand itself. So I guess that makes sense. Also, since I forgot to talk about this in the last couple of streams, Gametopia, that was fantastic. To be fair, this is like a low encounter. Like, both Wormhole, Kricketot, and Budew are like below 20% chance encounters. Granted, we're at the time when we should be able to encounter them, but still. Yeah, gotten done. True. Okay. Oh, there we go! There's our encounter! Okay, we've got a Budew as our encounter, because I've been just cycling the Dupe's Claws. So, nope. That is not my Pokeballs. This is my Pokeballs. With how low level you are, I'm just gonna throw the Pokeball. Okay. I don't know how you immediately go free. You're a Budew. Also, I gotta buy more potions. Pokeball. 1, 2, 3. Got it. Okay, and that's our encounter, Budew. I also forgot to look up, like potential names. Although I think I know what to call you. First of all, Budew, the Bud Pokemon. Grass Poison type, I forgot about that. Sensitive to changing temperature, the bud is said to bloom when it feels the sun's warm touch. Like, I know that Roselia and Roserade were poison, but I didn't know that Budew was also poison. I thought it was just pure grass. And yes, and let me look up my list again. I have an idea of what I name it. I just want to look it up for the future. Compendium. I have so many tabs open at the moment. Yeah, this is just for the future, but I do know what I'm going to be naming this one. You shall be. Let's make sure I'm going to be spelling it right. Narcissus. I believe it's spelled this way. Oh wait, I said Narcissus. No. Narcissus. Let me make sure I spell that right, but I believe I did. Alright, that was... Oh, no, it was. Oh, almost. I was almost there. Narcissus. Narcissus the Budu. Dark Blue Moon. In the show, the same user could breathe underwater, so that means the user gets aquatic traits. Which is true. Dark Blue Moon was a surprisingly dangerous stand. It didn't just simply give them the power to breathe underwater. They could also... Excuse me. They could also, like, put barnacles on people, and they gained, like, incredibly fast swimming ability, so it was a strong stand. Alright. You call me weak? Alright. Last Sarah. Oh, I forgot I was gonna teach it Rock Smash. Alright, you know, all of these Pokemon are gonna be a lot weaker, so Bubble Beam. I should probably put some of my Pokemon in the front, like other Pokemon in the front instead of Fornius, because these Pokemon are going to be a bit weaker. Those are your only Pokemon? Alright, so, I'm gonna take a little moment to teach Rock Smash. Stealth Arc is gonna be mostly useless. Alright, teach it to Oni, so he can have another fighting move that's just different. And then switch with Oni I'm going to do, so Oni can have a little bit more catch-up. What's sad here is I don't really have any Pokemon that'll really be of help to me with the Gardenia battle. First, it doesn't help. It is a very fast water stand. It is. Also one of the very few aquatic stands. Like, you realize how very few aquatic stands there are? It's like, there's Dark Blue Moon, there's that one shark one, I don't remember its name, but from Golden Wind, and then there's, like, if you want to count Strength, it's an aquatic stand, and then there's Aqua Necklace. So, like, at most, there's 4. Like, it's interesting. So, yeah, so... leave it there. So, yeah, so those are the Pokemon we've got rolling so far. I'd like to invest more into Machop and Geodude. I'm gonna beat you with a magic card my dad gave me. Your dad doesn't love you. It's like, it's not even level 15. It doesn't know tapping. But yeah, Machop will be useful in the future. Because again, like No Guard, do not underestimate No Guard. Like, No Guard can be a very good move, especially with certain fighting moves that aren't 100%. Again, Strength is not really a water stand. Yeah, that's why I said like, if you wanted to count it. So, since you don't, then it's only 3 stands. Only 3 stands that have anything to do with water. Well, okay, that's not true. Foo Fighters is made up of like a small, like microorganisms that thrive on water. So technically, there are still 4, and those are them. Youngster Tyler had to learn his dad doesn't love him. Like, who gave you your first Pokemon? One with the most fond memories, I think. Alright, so, where is... I think it's above. But yeah, no, I know for a fact that it doesn't count. I was just snipping, but still. So you do still have 4. So it's just Foo Fighters, Aqua Necklace, that one small shark stand, and then it's Dark Blue Moon. So you really only have like 4. Like, yeah, I am really worried about Gardenia. Like, unless I can somehow get a King of Strength, you can pretty much do anything within their domain. So if you think that they can do some Saw type stuff, oh, absolutely! They even showed some of the horrifying stuff you can do. Strength is kind of a terrifying stand if you think about it. It's like orangutan aside, like Strength's whole thing is it can turn any boat into a giant freight ship, into a giant freighter, and then it takes and then anything of that ship becomes manipulatable. Like, you can make the wall strangle a person. You can absorb people into the boat. It's kind of terrifying. Ooh, I'm close to that level 9. So many things. On the last patch of grass. Also, I've just noticed when it comes to these Pokemon, every single one of them, except for 2, are Gen 1 Pokemon. Like, my only not Gen 1 Pokemon are just my starter and the Luxio. Everything else is a Kanto Pokemon. Like, the Magikarp, the Abra, the Geodude, and the Machop are all Gen 1 Pokemon. Which is kind of funny. It is also, like, if you think about it, a lot of Pokemon at the beginning of this game were just a lot of Gen 1 Pokemon. It's like, you would also get Ponytail was also one of them, and Zubat. Like, a surprising amount of Gen 1 Pokemon. Also, level 9 Oni. Good. Shall we for a battle? Sure. Just, don't have anything that could know a flying move, Samantha. Okay, Badoo. Can't really give a sense they could have done for Ebony Devil. All it is a puppet that gets more powerful the more angry you feel towards it. Yeah, it is kind of random. Alright, Rock Smash. It is poison. Okay, yeah, so, like, the poison typing it's gonna resist. I may have to switch to another one? I mean, the only things I could switch to would either be Shisao or Fornius. But I want to give Oni the benefit of the doubt, so Rock Smash again. Oh, I just remembered something I was gonna say. I've been getting so distracted with all of our talk that I forgot something I was gonna do. Which one? The guy that trapped one of the main crew under a bed and still lost. That was Polnareff. Like, he trapped him under the bed, unable to see what was going on above, and he still lost. Smash. Alright, can I get the defense drop? Like, Oni can handle this, it's fine. But something I just remembered, I was gonna go get the Poké Radar. Because that can be good when I'm getting like certain encounters. Like if I don't like the table I'm given, I can use the Poké Radar to get a new encounter. Okay, I defeated the Badoo. Ooh, so close to level 10. Okay, I actually forgot some stuff I was going to do backwards, so I gotta do just a quick bit of backtracking. Oh, hi, Wurmple. You would have been an okay member of the team. I probably would have just used you as fodder, but, you know. Like, look, only 2 damage. And now I don't have any more Rock Smash. All the Pokemon out here are really light. I guess about Temperance, but that one is terrifying. It's disguise, armor, and a weapon all in one. It is. Ooh, Karate Chop! Okay, yes for get a move. Double check. Okay, yeah, it's high crit ratio. This is a good one. I honestly, it's either I get rid of Leer or I get rid of Focus Energy. Because Locate can be good against rock types or against Mars's Perugly, which we will be fighting this episode. And then I can't get rid of Rock Smash. Otherwise I would have. But I think I'd rather get rid of Focus Energy. Wait, no, Leer. I can Focus Energy into a Karate Chop. Because this already has a high crit ratio, this raises it further. So yeah, even though the defense drop would be good, I think if I could just stack crit rate boost, that would be better. Okay, get out. Okay, good. Okay, now there are a couple things I've got to do before I go. So, first thing I'm going to do is buy some more potions. I only have one. I literally only have one from my grinding. Oh, wait, I can get supers now. I'll take 5. And then, what can I sell? Oh, I have the Pearl and Big Pearl. Let's just sell these now. Then never sell the Yellow Shard or Heart Scale. These can be so useful in the future. I just forgot I had that. And then, Stealth Rock, actually, I could use in the future. And then, just get 3. Just 3 Pokeballs. Leave it at that. I'm surprised the main character actually won that fight. He won because of plot armor. That is a moment when legitimately the victory is just plot armor. There's plenty of moments when you can say like a character actually won because they were just smarter. No, Jotaro won that fight out of plot armor. Also, I have to use the bathroom. Okay, I've returned. Like I said, I had, like, there was enough left in that pitcher for basically a glass and a half. So, it was a lot. Nice. So I did also just think on something. I do now have a Pokemon who can learn Stealth Rock, which could be useful if I need to set up Stealth Rock, if I need to set it up. Also, wait, Formius can learn it? I mean, that's cool. I'm not going to teach you Stealth Rock, but that's cool to know. I'm going to teach Stone Scone this, and obviously get rid of Mud Sport. The sport moves are the worst moves. Hangman, the stand in any reflection, making it hard to fight, could have easily killed the Stardust Crusader crew. Yes, it did. But like I was saying, there are some fights in some anime where, like, there are some where you can see, like, okay, they really were just that much smarter than, they were just smarter than their opponent, so they were able to win. But there are some fights where you have to be like, you've got, like, insane plot armor. Like, there are just some fights where that is always the case. Okay. So, I think it's here. Apparently, if I talk to the kid here... Who are you? Oh, you're a joke? Oh, you're a joker? Hey, you're doing that Pokedex thingy for the professor. Well, that's the same as my big sister. Go for it. Oh, wait, what? No? Back. I thought it was. Unless it's a post-game thing. Is it a post-game? Let me check if the radar was a post-game item. Okay, radar. Here it is. Okay, it is post-game. It's after getting the national dex. Okay, so I actually can't get it now. So, okay, that makes a lot more sense. Okay, so that means we can't do the special radar encounters. It's been a while since I've played through a Sinnoh game, so I would have forgotten. Okay, so I do have to go through all of this, meaning we will have some more, but who knows, maybe we'll get a shiny out of it. Pretty sure the diving gear is near where you get the bike. I think so. Actually, yes, it is. The mine equipment is in the same place. So 25 PP. This is good. But Oni will be useful against Mars Perugly, which is good because that fat cat is fast. But yes, the cave exploration gear is in the same city. It's in Evergreen. But I just remembered, well, not just remember, I remembered before the stream, we're not going to be able to, I don't think we can get there yet, because there is actually a bit of a ways between. Karate chop. Alright, and I can't actually show it. Like if I go here, and then I go here, like as you can see, like as we go to Route 204, up next is Floraroma Town with the Valley Windworks, which does count as a separate encounter. So we've got 205, the Valley Windworks. I don't know if we'll be able to reach the Fuego Ironworks. I know that there was a flower patch area, although I don't know if there is an encounter. There's like the honey tree, then it's Eterna Forest, and then it's Eterna City. Those are not Evergreen, Eterna. I think at most we may be able to at least reach Eterna City. I don't know if we'll be able to fight Gardenia. That may be a next time thing. But again, she's a grass gym leader. So, as for the Pokemon we have currently, I don't really see any of them winning unless I could, like, get lucky. Like, at most, like, at best, I think I just have to hope I get lucky. So, this is going to be a hard gym since we don't have Staravia anymore. So, we'll see. I don't know why, but Wheel of Fortune always draws a blank for me. It's a very forgettable stand. It is one. It's literally just a car. Like a car that shoots gasoline, but that is all Wheel of Fortune is. It's just a car. Like, it is funny when you really look at the stands from, like, Stardust Crusaders, and then you look at the stands in later seasons, because when you're in Stardust Crusaders, it's like, I have a gun, I have a sword, I am a car, I have a boat, like, this is a beetle. It's like, you get stands like that, and some of them get a bit more creative as it goes on, like Death 13, and Hanged Man, and a lot of them. But for the most part, they're just very simple like that. They don't get interesting until you get to Stardust Crusaders, where it's like, I can make anything I touch and heal any injury except my own, and I cannot reverse death. Or, like, this stand can become any liquid and only moves within the liquid itself. Or I can scrape away anything. and it is just erased forever. You get like things like that, or like I can blow up time itself. And that's just in Diamond is Unbreakable. You get to Golden win. With all of the random abilities that Golden Experience has, then you get, I can make anything into zippers, meaning I can detach my own limbs, I have a little pocket dimension, I can do almost anything. And then obviously the infamous time skip. But you get a lot of it. And then it gets even weirder with the, like, Stone Ocean, where it's like I can duplicate anything using stickers. I am made up of microorganisms, and I can shoot water bullets. Like, I can trap you within, like, a prison of your own mind with a jailhouse rock, which is kind of horrifying in concept. You ever thought about how horrifying Jailhouse Rock is in Stone Ocean? Literally, its whole thing is, if you touch it, you're subjected to the curse of only being able to remember 3 new forms of information at once. The instant you learn a 4th thing, you forget the earliest thing, you forget the, like, oldest thing you learned. Which, if you think about it, is really terrifying. Like, imagine being, like, the ultimate prison, not being, like, a supermax prison or anything like that. The ultimate prison is just your own memory. Like, you just put someone in a room with, like, 3 things, with, like, a lock where you have to remember 4 things, and then, like, 4 individual things, and then you just leave them there. Like, it's terrifying. Although, I mean, not as terrifying as, like, Sea Moon and, oh wait, this is another encounter, I think. This cave. I think. Let me double check. Like, there are some stands that are just really terrifying in concept. Is this cave an encounter? I didn't see in time. It's not seen here. I don't think, you know, this isn't Wayward Cave. It's not. Oh no, it's the Ravaged Path. Okay, this is a new encounter. The only new Pokemon we could get is just Psyduck, but still, that is a new encounter with a new TM here, which is good. So there is a new encounter we can get here, which is good. Lovers is just Soul Link. Like, it is. It's just the soul. It's just the Soul Link. One feels something, the other one do the exact same, but harder, yeah. Okay, so this is dupes. And we don't harm dupes, we just run from dupes. Rock Smash. And there's our new encounter. Another water Pokemon. I have a lot of water, surprisingly. So, Psyduck. I'm worried Low Kick's gonna be too strong. I might just chuck Pokeballs. Like, it is level 4. 1. Okay. Oh, wait, I just remembered. Part of the formula is just simply if I'm a higher level. So I should switch to Thorius. I don't believe Psyduck has a water move at this point, but I don't want to risk anything. What we don't know is if the user has heat resistance or anything. All we know is He was in the shade with an ice water of the sun. Oh yeah, I don't think he has heat resistance. I think his stand is as simple as I make the sun, which is also just randomly overpowered. Is just the sun. I don't want to use a move on it. Although, wait, hang on. I can actually check this now. If I go to Psyduck's moveset, learn set in Gen 4, it'll only know Scratch and Water Spores. It wouldn't learn a new move until level 9, a water move until 9, like a damage one. Okay, so in that case, I am going to switch to Stone Scone, because best case scenario, I can weaken it enough to use it to like catch it, or I just loop, or I like kill it, and then that's just XP for Stone Scone. So it's kind of a win-win situation unless it somehow dies. This doesn't mean the man also almost died trying to kill Dio at one point because there's no way he saw Dio and survived the stand attacks and produces his own light equal to the sun. Well, that's actually the thing. Like, yes, the sun creates the same heat, but is it the same as the sun itself? Or is it like a sun lamp? Like, does it produce the same kind of light, or is it or is it just, like, is it the same kind of light the sun gives off? Or is it, like, does it produce the same UV lights that's harmful to vampires, or is it just like a flashlight? Those are the real questions you gotta ask. Like, could the sun still harm Dio like that? And also, what is the summon, like, is it just always the sun and he just moves along with it? Or... No, I got texted. Someone just sent a meme to a group chat. Oh, well, first of all, I just don't forget. Psyduck, the duck Pokemon. Overwhelmed by enigmatic abilities, it suffers from constant headaches. It sometimes uses mysterious powers. And yet it's not psychic type for some reason. If it does any of the things you mentioned, that means this man fought a sun user and survived even with time stopped. That would surely have hurt. That is true. Also, okay, that is a funny meme. It's just like, why I bit you mid-pet as a cat. Okay. What is a good name what's a persona I could name it after? Let's see, one thing, but can I pick a better one? Let me look at this real quick, so I'm not going to be able to see chat for a bit. Oh, wait, no, there is one thing. I don't know if we'd ever be able to encounter this actual... Like, I don't think we'll be able to encounter a Horsey or a Seadra in this game. Or in this run. So, since I can't find any other kind of fish persona that would have fit in this regard... yeah, okay, yep. That's what I'm gonna have to name it after, so let me just get the name again, and this be Kelpie. Kelpie in the box. Okay. And Rock 2. This can be a good one. We're going to talk about Death 13, but still check. Fine. Quite interesting. If anyone's trapped in that dream domain, could they come to life through no will? Not sure. Like, it is like a unclarified. Well, to be fair, like, it's unclarified because we haven't seen anyone die because of it. So, until that day happens, like, we won't know. Like, we won't know if someone, like, if they're killed in there, if they're killed in the dream, could he just bring them back to life? He may be able to create, like, a dream version of someone, but not be able to, like, yeah. But, just like Dio said, like, there is no such thing as a weak stand, just stand users who don't know how to properly use it, which is terrifying. Like, which is very true. Like, if a stand user knew every in and out facet, I mean, take weather report for example. It's just simply, it controls the weather, but it doesn't, but it's such a vague way to say it that it could be anything. Like, so anything, so long as it's under the umbrella of weather, it could do, which led to it doing a lot of random BS. So, it really could, in a sense. Rock smash. And out. Okay. Before I forget, I am going to teach Stone Scone Rock Tomb to give him a rock move. Like, I know Oni can learn it, and of course Forties can learn it. He can learn moves like anything, but I'm going to teach it to Stone Scone so I can give him a stab rock move. Like, it's not gonna always hit, it is a bit of a low accuracy, but it can be useful. And obviously I'm getting rid of Tackle. Judgment, basically a genie, can't get much simpler than that. True, and it does seem like it could just grant nearly any wish. Although, could it grant the user its wish, or is it only to, like, whoever finds the link? Alright. I just want to get the item first, an awakening, and then I'll fight you. What kind of person are you to be drawn here by the scent of flowers? Just someone trying to do a Nuzlocke, while also talking about how much more terrifying stands could it be if their users were smart enough. And that's a button. Okay. It shouldn't have anything too dangerous, so I'm gonna focus energy. And just absorb. Hey, Bench, welcome! We're doing the Nuzlocke currently, while also just talking about how much more terrifying stands would be if the users were smart enough. Yeah, they're mostly terrible illusions, but if in reality they are true, that would make it one of the strongest stands. It would. And that was a good crit. And low kick as the finish. Okay. Then we have High Priestess, which is basically a mimic. Honestly, you can already get the full aspect. I mean, I feel like we've seen everything that they can do as well. I will stick around to it for now. I haven't fully played through Platinum yet. That's fine. You can at least see this. If you want to know the rules of this Hexlocke, they're all in the description below, because this is a personalized Nuzlocke challenge I do. Like, I've done it like once. I've done it a couple times before, but essentially the rules are, it's the standard things you get in any Nuzlocke, with the bonus rule of if a Pokemon is, I cannot change the party unless I have a new, unless I have like a space open. So, okay, level 11. Let me check something real quick. A level 11 Cherubi. What would that learn? Cherubi. Okay. let me check something. I know the stats are pathetic, but at this stage, it would not know a grass move. It would only know Tackle, Growth, and Leech Seed. So if I wanted to, I could have switched to Magikarp. So no, like do not talk much since I have hyper empathy. I can, yeah, that's fair. Hope you have fun though. I picked Nuzlocke just because, well, just like any other Pokemon fan could like a Nuzlocke, it's just a good challenge. Like, it's good to play through another game again with a little bit of a challenge added to it, and this is kind of the kind I like the most, just Nuzlocke. So it just adds a little bit more. I won't be Nuzlocking Wind and Waves when that comes out, but I will be playing it on the channel. Like, even if I have to do another marathon of the series, I will play it. And I am picking Pombon if anyone's curious. I will be doing the Pomeranian. Why? Because I actually had a Pomeranian growing up. I'm so excited for Weewah. It really is. That is gonna be the like good shorthand, isn't it? Just like Oraz and Sam. And, like, it's going to be Weewah, isn't it? I'm going Gekwa. Gekwa's a good one. I'm not that much of a fan, but at the same time, I like the starters we have. They're good. They actually feel like pets again. Like, you have a pet owl, you have a pet dog, and you have a pet lizard. Like, I actually like that. I hope they keep with that. Okay, so as always, Focus Energy, it's just a Wormhole, it's just gonna tackle. And I guess String Shot. But yeah, I look forward. I don't know which version I'm gonna pick. I'm just gonna wait for other trailers to see what version exclusive we got. Already talked about the Fool and the dog knew only Street Fighting, so it never understood its stand fully. True, but also, we don't fully, but if it could, just like take the stand of anything, like the sand out of anything that is sand, it is terrifying. Full defeated. And a Kricketot. I am going to switch to Stone Scone. It shouldn't hurt too badly. I've got pretty good defense. You want to play the Discord last night? No, I haven't. I'll check it after this battle, though, so I can then show off the Discord. Alright, it shouldn't have anything that'll hurt too much. So I'm gonna Rock. Oh god, it has Bide. Okay, how much will this Rock Tomb do? Can it be a two-shot? No. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. Okay. Do you have an X attack? It won't kill. The Bide won't kill. It'll just do that much. So it won't kill Stone Scone? Hopefully. And then I'm going to X Accuracy. Unleash the energy. I just taught it Rock Tomb and Stealth Rock. Oh god. Oh god. Well, I ain't taking chances. And that means no more Geodude. Peck. Like, you're gonna Bide? That's fine. Peck will kill. That sucks so much. I wonder if that was like the exact amount of damage it would have done. Okay, well, Floroma Town is just around the corner, so that's where I'll replace my party. So, you already killed one of your Pokemon. Yes, I did, and I feel bad about that, because I had a hope for him, since I had taught him both Earthquake and not Earthquake. I taught it Rock, Tomb, and Stealth Rock, which could have been useful. Not for the next gym, but you know, it would have been a useful stand. Not stand, would have been useful. We've been talking so much JoJo's. Okay, I'm going to make this a little easier. And I'm going to... Oh, it's a forced double battle. Who did I put in slot 2? Oh, it's fine. Okay, 2 Pachirisus. It's just Shisa. That's fine. Okay, Oni is definitely gonna be fine. I think it's best if I keep Shisa in high level and it's electric, so it resists. And then I can bite this one. Like, Pachirisu isn't that strong, even though it did win an actual Pokemon tournament. So it should be fine. Okay. Good. Level 13 Oni. Wants to learn Foresight? No, because we aren't going to encounter any ghost Pokemon, so that's not going to be useful in the slightest. Because the only ghost, like the most ghost types we'll face is with the actual ghost gym, but I don't think we have to worry too much. Oh god, Bide. I am now scared of Bide. Although, never mind, it's fine. When you double into the Pokemon, it's fine. Understand, he's the sound echolocation, which is impressive. It is an impressive stand. Like, there are impressive stands and impressive stand users. Okay. It does suck that we lost Stone Scone, but maybe it was for the best, because that would have meant we would have had 3 unevolved Pokemon permanently in the party. Because we already had Abra and Oni along with them, so that would have meant we would have had, like, them. And with only 1 Eviolite, which I don't actually know where it is in the game, it's fine. And we already got our encounter because this is still Route 204, so like we couldn't catch this Wurmple even though level 9 is nice. So Karate Chop. But we did get some new Pokemon as encounters, so we do have options. Specifically, we have our new Psyduck and we have our new Buddy. So we have our options. There is also the Honey Tree, I just remembered. There is technically an encounter in Floraroma. Anubis, literally a sword that can pass through objects, but will cut the opponent so you do not have the blade unsheathed. Not only that, but the longer a fight goes on, the smarter Anubis gets, and the faster Anubis gets. Like, it will... So, it's even more dangerous in that aspect. Basically, the longer a battle goes and the more new moves you use, the more it learns. And it's time. Let us take a moment of silence as we do the changing of Pokemon. We have 2 new ones here, Kelpie and Narcissus. And also Mothman. Honestly, just because of what gym is coming up next, I think Mothman is our best bet. Having a poison flying type, I think will be more useful than having a grass or another water type. So, rest in peace, Stone Scone. Only 1 person voted for you in the votes. Shift them out. I put a lot of investment into you. You only had like 2 fights. One of them was just to catch a Pokemon, and the other one you died in. Rest in peace, Stone Scone, alongside Pixie and Maria. We close out. Rest in peace. He is now just like... I see the dust, gentle reminder about the Discord. You're right. Let's raise our spirits with the Grandmaster Scott Discord. I gotta pull up a new window capture for it. The Grandmaster Scott Discord. I gotta put that here, and then like right below my face cam. Why is my face cam obscured? Is it because it's not at the top? There we go. Okay, the Grandmaster Scott Discord, with a few things added since then. The Fae Family Tradition fan fiction mentioned before. You can check that on your own. Then Golden Avo clip. Why is it just shrunken? Why can't I? Yep. It took me to the actual channel. Not what I wanted to do. For some reason, it's not going to let me full screen. So we're going to have to deal with it. But it looks like it's just boat parkour, which is impressive. I don't know why I wouldn't shrink it, though. And... oh, congratulations! For Trainer Bench, for getting all the Pokemon in Pokemon Violet, and in the Kitakami and Blueberry decks. Congratulations! Seriously, because that is not easy. That is not an easy thing to do. Like, what with all the different ones to get, like, a major congrats on that. And if you want to post cool stuff like that for me to review, go to the Grandmaster Scott, join the Grandmaster Scott Discord. Link in the description below. If you don't want to join the Discord for some reason, that is fine, because I also have a community tab open on the channel. That was the second ever Dex completion. First one was ZA. For me, Violet was technically my second one, if you count Legends Arceus with having to complete that Pokedex to fight Arceus. Then I would count that, with Legends ZA being my third. So I've completed 3 Dexes in my time, mostly just because I never had the patience before, or I never had the time or patience to complete the Pokedex before, but as an adult I now do. Also, what was Zubat's nature again? No, that's another one I forgot. We left the message. Yeah, we're talking about the outlet. Now is the outlet lady. Assuming the streets had a metal, they could have easily been sucked down onto the street. That is, like, Maria was that was such a lame stand. Like, the ability was cool, but it just looked like an outlet. Okay, mild nature. Okay, I'm in, like, Nuzlocke player mode at the moment. Hang on. Mild nature. Oh, this one sucks. This is a terrible nature for a Zubat. Plus special attack minus defense. So, raising its weaker attacking stat and already making its bad defense worse. That is terrible. Why couldn't it have been like why couldn't it have been the lonely nature? That would have been at least better, raising its main attack. Granted, I would have rathered naughty or adamant, but still. Ah, that sucks. That actually sucks. Inner Focus it's an okay ability, and Leech Life and Supersonic Mothman has a lot of catching up to do. And it's gonna be a little while before I get the like XP share. That sucks. Alright, I'm gonna heal the team. Not joking, her ability could have been very powerful. It was, but they had to make the entire episode zesty. True. A lot of people don't care for Let's Go, but I love it. I love Let's Go. Let's Go was a fun game. I probably would have completed that game had I, like, the time or someone with... I mean, I did have a friend who had Let's Go Pikachu, so I probably could have with him. I just never thought of it at the time. So, but I probably would have completed that one at least. Okay, so let me see, like, any items in Floraroma. Floraroma does have an area for encounters, but it's interesting. The Floraroma Meadow. So, item-wise, I can get Pluck, and I can get Berries. So just Pluck, so a TM, a good one, and Berries. Like, I do like it. I did love, like, Let's Go Eevee. It has some good elements to it. Get an Oranberry. This is actually a good mechanic. I just realized we're now being introduced to the soil pot. Like, this way, I can... I can get something good out of this. Alright, change your berries for some accessories. No. Who do I get the pot from? Is it someone else? There's a cherry berry. Do I get the potted plant, the berry potter from someone else? Here's the spray duck. Putting the soil plant berries on. There's like, I know for a fact there's like a portable berry thing. Here's what we can use for as food. Like, yes. Oh, Team Galactic's up there. Is it you? You know about Gressidia flowers are given as bouquets to express feelings of gratitude is an enduring tradition around these parts that we won't be able to get because I don't have a shaman with me. Where do you get it? I don't remember. Hang on. You guess the watering can. Where do I get the, okay, list of key items. Here, I can look it up. Coin case, the rods. I thought there was a thing. Is it just simply when I have the thing, I just have it right away? Is that it? All it is? It's just the moment you get the spray duck, that's it? Let me check. Like, if I go into my key items, and I go to the key items, and I use a spray duck. No. I thought there was a way for me to, like, grow berries on my own. Huh. Was that just the Heart Gold Soul Silver thing I'm thinking? It is! I'm thinking Heart Gold Soul Silver with the berry pots. Okay, you don't have that here. You just have to simply plant a berry. Okay. So, never mind. But the Floraroma Meadow will actually be encounters, which is good, which will be good. Because that is a place where I can, like, just slather honey on a tree, and the Pokemon we could get there is, if I just look here, oh, it's not showing me the berry tree, the honey tree encounter table. I think I just have to actually just look at it. Like, if I go to the honey, answering here. Okay, hang on a second. I gotta actually, like, figure this out. The Pokemon that are unlocked from this. The Pokemon I can, like, get through this. Honey Tree, okay. Honey Tree. Okay, so Platinum, There's obviously like the really hard 1% Munchlax. If it's specifically a Munchlax tree, which I think itself is random. But there are some good ones. Like there's Combi, Burmy, Ampom. Heracross is like the best one of them we could get. So, yeah. So that's a good thing to look into doing. So, yeah, I just gotta remember that there's another encounter to the right. Okay, can I just fight Team Galactic now? No, because otherwise they'd be out of the way. Yeah, so I have to wait until I go to the Valley Windworks, which does mean there are 2 encounters we can get. Berry. All of these, with the exception of the Violet and Malazarkius, are first-time playthroughs, too. Nice! I still remember my first Pokemon game. Yep. Pokemon Sapphire, I believe it was my first, although I had more fond memories with Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. I've been trying to play one game from every group of mainline Pokemon games as part of a marathon, with one special rule, no guide. Good. I think that's a good way to do it. Help, trainer, please! I want to see my Papa! My Papa and I live at Valley Windworks, but then a whole bunch of people dressed like spacemen came. They kicked me out and they're making my Papa do something. Please, trainer, I miss my Papa. Don't worry, I'll save your dad. Mostly because I can't do it without moving on, because there's Team Galactic over there. I have to beat Mars first. And I just realized I don't get an encounter there. Next is the last message, alright. This unfortunately made Emerald's Victory Road an absolute nightmare, I bet. But at least you did it. Okay, so this is a new encounter. And... Shellos! Okay, that's a good water Pokemon. That is a good water Pokemon for this. Even though, again, I already have like 2 of them, Shellos is a good one. I think Low Kick is my safest bet, because Shellos shouldn't weigh too much. Yeah, okay. Because I don't want to use Karate Chop, and I'm scared with Rock Smash. Actually, Rock Smash might be fine. Karate Chop's the only one I have to avoid using. So, Rock Smash, yep, okay. Water Pulse. We won't be able to use it for a while, but this is a good Pokemon to use. And I can, on the right day, get the static Drifloon once we're done with Valley Windworks. Then I can just get a Drifloon afterwards. I may do that off cam. I'm definitely doing that off camera though. So Shellos, the Sea Slug Pokemon. Beware of pushing strongly on its squishing body, as it makes a mysterious purple fluid ooze out. Ew. Nasty. And just for that, I'm calling you Slime. No, I didn't want you in the death box! Hang on a sec. Oh. Here's a Weasel to kill. Honestly, I prefer having the Shellos over Weasel, because Gastrodon is underrated in Platinum playthroughs because of the because of his ground type, because Gastrodon's ground typing, and just how much health and defense Gastrodon has, it makes it a good tank. Okay, and Karate Chop. But that is, if you get a Heracross, may I request you name it, boys? You know what? I do get the reference, but unfortunately, we have a name scheme, and I will be sticking to it. So, unfortunately, I will not name it Boys, but I do appreciate the reference, because Boys the Heracross. Alright, I am going to heal I do hope it is a Heracross, although I'm not sure. Like, I will make a post. For the Drifloon and Heracross, I may do just another short on it, on both of them, to show that I did legitimately catch and name them. Excuse me. So those are some more I will be getting, but Machop will be helping with the Mars fight. So, like Machop and probably Luxio with Intimidate. Those will be helpful Pokemon. So to keep everyone out if they're not a part of Team Galactic. You're giving me a look that makes me think you're gonna try to get in. Okay then, you'll have to battle me for it. But again, if I wasn't doing a naming scheme and just letting viewers name the Pokemon, then I would. Then if I did get a Heracross, I would have named it Boys. Right, focus it. As always, focus energy. You can growl all you want, but in Generation 4, in just Pokemon games in general, critical hits bypass stat changes to both the user and the opponent. So if I get crit, my attack will be treated as if though it was not raised. And back in Gen 1, it also meant it did not count if you raised your stats or lowered your opponent's stats. It just always was like that, which is funny. You got your own crit? Well, so did I! Like, either crit or a crit. Nice. Yeah, like I'm really supposed to. That went by a little quicker than I wanted. Isn't that just great? Getting owned by some kid. But you can't do a thing if I lock myself in with my Works key. That's right, the other Works key's not here. My cohort's in the Flower Patch of the only other one. In that sense, I'm no longer the loser. Junk. It's locked from the inside. Well, thank you for telling me where it was. I was planning on my Pokemon Violet Retrospective today, but a power outage put a stop to those plans. I am sorry to hear that. You gotta love a good retrospective, though. I've been rewatching a retrospective on the Power Rangers seasons. That is just that good. It's also what got me back into my love of Power Rangers. Again, the stand that literally is the shadow. I hate that stand. I hate Set, and I hate Alexi, and I hate those episodes so much. It's so disgusting. It's literally just the Epstein episode. It's the Diddy episode. I hate those episodes so much. Oh, I forgot. I had to go back to Floroma. That is when we can unlock the honey. So tomorrow I will make a short when I get the honey tree encounter. Enough arguing. Hand over that sweet honey. Do as we say. Team Galactic will have that honey. We must have it to attract Pokemon in great numbers. Hey, this kid is a witness. What'll we do? We don't need the brat running off to get help. The solution's simple. We ensure the brat stays quiet. I'm gonna put a gun to his head and blow his brains out. My retrospectives, I've written one on an Emerald X, Fire Red, Black One, Soul Silver, Shield, and a Let's Go Eevee if you're interested. Yeah, maybe. I'll look into that, because I do enjoy a good retrospective. Especially if it's like something to a personal interest. Like I said, I've been watching this series of them on the Power Rangers seasons that I've just been really enjoying. Like, I don't want to have to rely... Like, I'm not reading the messages on Alexi's set because I hate that stand so much. It is such a disgusting stand. Put a link to the Discord, thanks. Nice. Too bad this isn't a Guts Machop, because otherwise this poison would have raised my attack. I mean, they're both good abilities. Like, No Guard and Guts are both good abilities for Machop. Ooh, level 15. Is this when Machop evolved, or was that a different level? Different level, okay. It's not dead, it's just poisoned. Like, ignore the Poketch. I'm up next. Battling you right up to my cohort weakened you gives me the edge. Do I want to ask about stand stuff? We've just been talking a lot on JoJo's. Well, you can ask, but it's not going to help it. You understand. Like, you can't understand anything that happens in JoJo. It is all so random. Okay, I am switching to... Like, let's switch to a Baton. Let's have fun. Like, it shouldn't have any flying moves or even bite. But let's be funny. Like, it's got Leech Life. Like, I'm pretty sure Zubat can't learn any other attacking moves at this point. So, tackle. Doing surprisingly decent damage. Then we have the Gambling Brothers. It's not really, they have pretty much the same ability minus different hobbies. I mean, their stands have slight differences in them. Like, Osiris can't read the hearts. Also, that was a crit! Abaddon, I did not understand your game. Another Zubat. Stay in, my fish! Yeah, the Darby brothers. Honestly, Darby the Gambler is probably my favorite episode of JoJo's. It's a good one. Yeah, the gamer can read minds. Yeah. But I do love... Oh. I'm sorry, what the heck? My monitor just went black. What the heck? You guys can see it just fine. My monitor just went black. Hang on. Why did my monitor go black? What the heck? Let me change. I'm sorry about the little audio jumps, but what just happened? What the heck? Okay. Was it something in the back of the computer? Did this come up in this? Okay, I just fixed it. That was so weird. My, monitor just blacked out for a second. Oh, and Abaddon's confused. But it's fine. And then we have the bird. How does a monster beyond monsters? Yeah, Pet Shop was weird. Okay. Abaddon, don't hit yourself in confusion. You hit yourself in confusion. Alright, but thankfully being... Oh, you have Astonish? Alright. Snapped out of confusion, go for the tackle. Got a link in the Discord, nice. Alright, I'll check that out later. I am going to play it safe and use my last potion to Abaddon. But Magic are putting that work in. And then who cares? Job basically just said, nah, I'ma get him. Was just relentless. The dog bit out the beak, made it freeze its own insides to win. That was crazy, but that theory was terrifying. Would love to hear what you think of them. I'll definitely check them out later after stream. Sprat's tough, like really, really tough. Tougher than I can put into words, and I know a lot of words. We're done for here. Let's get back to the Valley Windworks. It's like, oh, what's this thing? They seem to have forgotten it. It's a works key. It must be for the Valley Windworks. It's of no use to me. You may as well have it. Hey, well, I have enough keys on my key ring, so you can have it instead. Thank you. You surely saved me. Those goons were trying to rob me, my sweet, sweet honey. They sure were weird, though. You saw how they were dressed. what they were saying didn't make a whole lot of sense either. Oh, I need to thank you. This sweet, sweet honey. Go on, take a whole lot. Honey. Slap that honey on a sweet-smelling tree. It might attract Pokemon. And there are actually... Oh, hang on. I believe I have an antidote on hand. Yeah, I got 4 of them. Here you go, Oni. You're gonna be super useful in this upcoming fight. Alright, I'm pretty sure there is 1 tree here. This shall be our only honey tree encounter. Slather the bark with honey, and then tomorrow I will let you know what the encounter is. We shouldn't have any repeat encounters. If we do, I'll still catch it, but cross your fingers for either a female Combi or a Heracross is what I'd much rather. Cross your fingers for a good one. Imagine if you get the Munchlax. Imagine if that's like the 1 in 17 tree Munchlax tree. Because that's how it works. Like, out of all the trees that are generated in the game, only like a small amount of them are trees that can specifically spawn Munchlax, and then it's only a 1% chance. Like, if I get that Munchlax, then this is like one of the luckiest runs. Like, it goes from unlucky to having some mediocre encounters to being wildly lucky. Like, use the works key, the door opens. And there's a lot of fights we get here. What? No, wait, you have the key? Locking the door was meaningless. I am the loser in this after all. There's no time for self-pity. I've got to alert the commander. Like, boss, I've been humiliated by a 12-year-old. Yeah. Unfortunately, we still can't reach the Fuego Ironworks yet. Not for a while. Not for a little bit, but that is going to be a good place to eventually get to, because that's where we can get Flamethrower. I'm just double checking this stuff. There are definitely some decent encounters here. Specifically, we could get a Pachirisu or a Weasel in the southern segment. Or in the northern segment, we get a lot more stuff. Hoot Hoot, Wurmple, Silcoon, Cascoon, Beautifly, Dustox. Again, a Kricketot. There's gonna be some good ones. But I'm just pulling up our, the Valley Wind... Oh wait, this isn't the Valley Windworks. This is... Valley Windworks. I just need to know the Pokemon I'm gonna be facing here. There are certain items I can't get yet because I need Surf. There was a free potion I missed getting though. But I also will be getting the static Drifloon because that does technically count as a static encounter, meaning I can legally catch the Drifloon. And once again, I have to use the bathroom. I'll be right back. I have returned. I forgot to tab back into this. Okay, I have returned. Vanilla Ice's stand was also. Did someone Vanilla Ice? Apparently, the reason for the name is just because the mangaka Araki, he just loves like Western music a bunch. That's why there were so many, like, that's why all the stands are named after songs. It's because they're all named, it's because he just loves Western music. So, which is just kind of fun. Which human setup do you think has caused the most hospital visits? I'd probably say the Sunnyvale gym. Because of all the electricity, not Sunnyvale, the electric gym. Just because of all the open Tesla coils and the gears everywhere, I would say that one caused the most. Because you've got Crasher Wake's gym, which does have the water, but there's also plenty of lifeguards and people with inner tubes on deck, so you're fine in that regard. But then, like, Rourke's gym is fine, Gardenia's gym is fine, probably one of the safer ones. Fantina's gym would have been if it was in Diamond and Pearl, but Platinum was, like, a pretty safe one, even though you were in the dark. I mean, it was still dangerous, but not as bad. And I already mentioned Crasher Wake's gym. Actually, no, Byron's gym. Byron's gym was the dangerous one. Because Byron's gym literally wasn't just like fast-moving platforms. Like, so that was a dangerous one. I do love the Team Galactic theme. Just getting some stuff ready for when I do the Mars fight. Yeah, Vanilla Ice's stand was a dangerous one, though. I mean, it took out two of the Stardust Crusaders. Harvesters, whatever you want to call them, can harvest money and other such things, but they're really powerful. They're all on you. Harvest was a weirdly overpowered stand. It was a really weirdly powerful stand. It was literally just like the tiny little guys, but then you get to that, and it's just I mean, we're gonna think we rank all the Pokemon gyms in the franchise by safety. I know a YouTuber who did that, actually. Two different ones, actually. Two YouTubers I know did that. One of them did it by OSHA safety laws, and the other one did it by just safety in general. Both are good videos, though. Also, I'm gonna leave Oni in for the Stunky, because I think it's fine, because I can focus energy. Like, Furious Fights is gonna barely do anything. Cast. But I did love Swarm. My favorite stand, though, will always be like Shining Diamond, because of what it does. I saw one of them, but they completely neglected the Galar and Paldea gyms, so I wanted to do my own. He did. MNGTV was one of them I saw, and he did cover the Galar gyms. He didn't cover the Paldea one, but he did cover Galar. And did say that one of the more dangerous ones was the Stow-on-Side gym because of the whole pinball mechanic. So he did actually cover, he did cover that one. He didn't cover the Paldea ones, but I don't think Paldea had come out at that time. Well, the Paldea was definitely a dangerous one. I had some dangerous ones, like you straight up had like a skiing section. But hey, go on and do your own. Alright, let's go. Okay, I have her list pulled up. I think, I think Magikarp will be fine, but I have a strategy for when the Perugly comes. I'm one of Team Galactic's 3 commanders. No, wait, that's one of 4 commanders. My name is Mars. We've been trying to create a new world that's better than this one, but people have shown little understanding about what we do. You don't understand either, do you? It's a little saddening. So let's have a battle to decide what we should do next. If I win, you leave. If you win, we, Team Galactic, who's basically the Pokemon equivalent of Scientology, will win. We'll leave. Really, have you ever thought on that? That they're basically just Scientology, but with terrorism? Because, like, all of their commanders are scientists to an extent. One of them is literally a scientist. And Cyrus is just, like, is just their L. Ron Hubbard, just without the novels, and he's also a little depressed. But it is weird to think on that. And Toxic, that's not good. I'm gonna keep Abaddon in for as long as I can, until the Toxic gets too bad. Thankfully, in Platinum, my Pokemon don't die from poison outside of battle when you walk. So, I should be fine. But I wanted to get Abaddon a little bit of attention from that amount. I'm just gonna leave it there, but I did want Abaddon to get a little bit of attention and a little bit of XP. Or was this a powerful stand because the user doesn't feel pain from many of them being defeated, which is true. Not to mention, they're so small you'll never notice when one of them's on you, and they can also just like take in alcohol to just poison you with. So they just inject alcohol straight into your bloodstream, which is so dangerous. Especially if they get it in a vein. That's when it's really bad. Oh, so for she's not Abaddon. And then the Perugly. Alright, here's my strategy. Oh wait, I can't do my strategy. Or can I? Wait. What was the phone that attacks that? I don't know if it'll work that way. Like, let's check. Will Shisa just immediately lower their attack with Intimidate? No. Okay. How long can I keep Shisa in? Okay, first of all, I'm gonna do something interesting. I'm going to immediately use a Dire Hit with Shisa. I know I said I was going to use Oni, but that's when I was just testing. But no, it's when they're immediately switched out. Okay, they use Fake Out, which is fine. Then I'm going to Spark. Scratch shouldn't hurt too badly. Yeah, and then I can Spark, which has a boosted crit chance. That doesn't help here. And they scratch again. It shouldn't. Okay, that's fine. I can Spark again. Okay, and we get the crit. Okay, I wasn't initially intending Oni to get the victory, but it's fine with Shisa. I'm not happy with that amount of XP. But that is good. That was good. I was hoping that could have been for Oni, but maybe it was for the best. Oops, I messed that one up. It's alright though, I quite enjoyed our battle. My, lose to a child, will you? But no matter, we've collected plenty of electricity. With the power we obtained, we can do something quite spectacular. It seems quite obvious to me, Charon. To me, Charon, the genius even the boss recognizes. Now, Mars, we should be going. I talk a big talk a lot, even though you never battle me with a Pokemon. I don't even, I think I only own Pokemon in the manga. Will you shut it? The boss is the only person in the world who's allowed to order me around. You can keep quiet around me. You only joined us recently. Don't think you're important. I guess it's time to say goodbye and leave for the time being. Team Galactic. They were saying they had to gather Pokemon and energy no matter what. It was for creating a new universe, or so they claimed. Nothing they said made any sort of sense to me. I can't tell you how grateful I am for you saving me. I can finally see my little daughter again. And hey, here she is. Papa! Papa, you're stinky. Go shower now, stinky. Oh, sorry. They had me working non-stop. Thank you, trainer. You made those bad people go away. I think the balloon Pokemon will come visiting soon. Yes, the balloon Pokemon appears in front of the Windworks. It's always a certain day of the week, but I'm not sure which day. Could its appearance have something to do with this Windworks using wind-generated energy? Yes, it does. Oh, I almost forgot. Let me heal the poison. And then I'll go back to Floroma and heal my team once I put Fornius in the front. Or should I do some switch training? I'm gonna do switch training with Mothman. I really should give them some time in the sunlight so that I can train them. Ah, yes, it is you, yes. I have heard that the Team Galactic appeared at this power plant. I have therefore come running. So the Team Galactic, why don't you just say so Team Galactic? Weird. You have run them off, you say? You are a trainer, but... Very well, I shall go investigate inside. There's only 2 people in here. Magnificent! Yes, it is. What you have said, it is all true. Superb. Though you are young, you are a trainer through and through. Very well, I shall pursue the culprits. I have received tips that the Team Galactic hideout is in Eterna City. To there, I must be off. And Eterna City's got something good in store waiting for us. Actually, a few things. Like, that's gonna be where a lot of this run will, like, get upped. Like, we get the cave system that I can use to get a fossil Pokemon. There's the, bike, which can be used to get around a little better, but that's not until after the Team Galactic stuff. There's a few more encounters I'll be able to get, which will be nice. But most importantly are 2 things. First, in Eterna City, after the Team Galactic stuff, we get a Pokemon egg with a Togepi, which will be good. Like, hopefully we can get a good nature on it though, but the Togepi will be useful. And second is the XP share, so I don't have to worry about switch training anymore. I can just put 1 Pokemon in the front, give a Pokemon I need to train the XP share, and then we're just on good business. So that's definitely something I'm going to be looking forward to. Alright, just looking towards this. 205. This is also going to be another encounter for the stream. I might be able to reach Eterna City in the diving gear. Not really important unless you want to use it. It will be useful because with the cave exploration, I should be able to get a fossil Pokemon, which can be useful if I can get a Craniados and a Shieldon. Although I don't remember. If you saw their sweet honey on a sweet-smelling tree, Pokemon may be attracted by that sweet scent. But expect 2 shorts in the future. Or you can get a starter, maybe. Let me double-check the Underground. Like, the Underground does have a little bit of it, like, encounters to it, but let me double-check it. Like, I check out the Underground. Like, we can definitely get encounters here. Oh, but only with the national dex. Oh, no, except we can get the Skull and Armor fossils in Platinum. But it's only in the national dex when we can get the other kinds, like the Helix, Dome, Root, Claw, and Old Amber. So there's that at the very least. And there's... But no, you may be thinking of in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl when you can get starters, but you can't do that here. But getting the Armor and Skull Fossil will be a very useful thing. And apparently it depends on ID. I need an even or an odd ID. Depending on that, I could get either the armor or the claw or the skull. Both would be very useful. Both would be very good on what I could get, but I think it's dependent on my the last digit. Oh, let me double check. So I think it actually says. It doesn't specific. Oh, it is the last digit. If it's even or if it's odd, that will determine. So we can't get a starter, but we can at least get either a Craniados or a Shieldon, both of which would be very useful. I'm going to switch to Fornius. Unless bit of a harvest. If you were a chemist, harvest is pretty powerful because you can make any medicine or poison and then inject it using harvest and be unaffected. Also kind of true. Like, it would be a good way if you wanted to, like, test out, like, a drug or, like, a medicine or a poison. Because you could just inject it into random people. It would make you a terrorist, but it would be useful. It would also just be, like, it's a weirdly versatile stand. Good for combat, good for mobility. Like, it's good in a lot of ways. There you go, Fornius. Okay, so let me check what my current trainer ID is, because this can actually tell me which one I could find. Go to my Joker. My trainer ID... Wait, it's a 0. If it's a 0, then does that mean I get one... Oh, is a 0 an even or an odd number? Someone help me here, chat. Does that count as an even number or an odd number? I'm not sure. So, an appearance. It's a low chance of me... Well, actually, it's a decent chance of me getting, like, a 25% chance of me finding one or the other. But what would happen if it's a 0? Doesn't say here. Echo is a powerful ability. Well, it is a powerful ability, but what would it count as? Like, what would, like, with my trainer ID, would that be a... Okay, well this bit of it's not helping me, so let me just simply Google it. What fossil would I get if my trainer ID ended in 0 Pokemon Platinum? The armor fossil. Okay, so I'd be getting an armor fossil, which is actually I prefer. So that means I would be getting a Shieldon, which is a very good bulky, like, defensive Pokemon. Oh, and I just remembered. I need to take off... Oh, wait, I forgot to do this. Hang on, I just realized. I forgot to switch a Pokemon. I completely forgot to add this. And... there, I forgot to put... Zubat on the charter. Also, this is an encounter. Okay, so I'd be getting an armor fossil, so I'd be getting a Shieldon, which I do prefer because that's a rock steel type, which does give it the times 4 weakness to fighting and ground, but it also makes it a really good defensive Pokemon. Unfortunately, Leech Life ain't gonna cut it here, bucko. Like, I'm going into Fornius. Like, I know... Oh no. No, 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 no. Oh my! Okay, that actually scared me. I almost lost my Mothman to Pursuit. Because for those who don't know, Pursuit does boosted damage if the Pokemon is switching out, and will always damage before they switch out. That actually scared me so much. I almost... Let me heal you real quick, Mothman. Let me use one of my super potions on you. There you go. Okay, we need to take a break from talking about JoJo's for a second, because that actually scared me. It's just... I almost lost Mothman. Let me look up Mothman's Learn set again in Gen 4. This is going to be important. Oh, that scared me. That scared me so much. Okay, let's look up what your learn set is. First of all, you evolve at level 22. Okay. You don't learn a better move until level 9 with Astonish, and even then that's not good. And then level 13, it gets Bites. Wow, I didn't realize your moveset sucked that much. But, that really scared me. That scared me a lot. And then Shop doesn't evolve until level 28, which takes a while. And then the last thing I wanted to look up was the Eviolite. When do I get the Eviolite in this game? So that can be a good one, especially from a choke. And the answer is... Oh wait, it's not in this game. It's only in black and white. Okay, so it's a Gen 5 item. Okay, so they're not going to be as useful as I thought, but that is fine. Oh, I just realized something! I killed the encounter. Okay, we really need to stop. Dang it! Ugh. I just killed my encounter. You know what? It would have just been another water type. It's fine. Whatever. But yeah, you're right. Aqua Necklace can be a strong one, but I mean, not reality warping potential, but definitely a good like shapeshifter. Oh yeah, it did actually change the outside of the bottle. Yeah, but I'm sorry. I'm just. Oh, that actually upset me. First, I almost lost Mothman, and then I killed my encounter without realizing it. That is kind of upset. That's actually kind of upsetting. Whatever. Eterna Forest will have some new encounters for us. I completely didn't realize that. Otherwise, I would have gone into Abaddon instead. Okay. Once again, switch training. Once we're out of Eterna Forest, I should be able to talk with Dawn's father, so I can get the Pokemon I needed. No, the Pokemon item. I'm sorry, Yeah, it must have either shape-shifting or reality-bending powers. How did it change the bottle? I don't actually know how it changed the bottle. Like, changing the water is one thing. Well, we can always just Google it. like, instead of actually playing the Nuzlocke, we can go on tangents, which I do enjoy. It keeps me a little calmer after that bit of a roller coaster. How did Aqua Necklace change the bottle it was in? JoJo's. Alright, if I just do the fandom, I have so many tabs open. Abilities. Liquid. Like this, obviously, the liquid form. Yeah, it doesn't state the fact that it was able to change the outside of this. Weird. Weird. Okay. Alright, and then once again, go into Mothman. It does kind of suck that I killed the Weasel, but I mean, it would have been another water Pokemon, and we have so many of them already as encounters. So, it's not the worst thing, it is just kind of lame. But, I mean, it's not the worst thing, because Weasel and Floatzel are good Pokemon for this kind of game. It's such a lame move. Water Sport and Mud Sport are such lame moves. This is just Mud Sport weakens the power of electric moves. But it's also mostly learned by ground Pokemon, who are already immune to electric, so it's only good in double battles, and even then, not much. And Astonish. Doesn't say, but it was Long Glass Basket, and then it did change, so it really did warp reality. Nah, my guess is Araki just did it without, like, contemplating. That's my guess. It's just like it's just a mistake on the writer's part. Okay, there you are. I love Pokemon that smell sweet. Like this one. Get a whiff of this. He's like, smell my Pokemon. Aroma Lady Elizabeth. Level 14 was it probably will know a grass move. But it also won't really harm Shisa too much. Or Fornius. I'm gonna go Shisa though, just to be safe, and then just use Bite a bunch. I am kind of disappointed that I missed that Weasel encounter. Like, and I'm not gonna re-roll either. I'm not gonna just cheat and say that didn't count. I'm not gonna be that kind of streamer. I did that once with a different Nuzlocke, but I'm not doing it again. Like, I did it with the Sword Nuzlocke, but I'm not doing it here. I don't think we did it on accident, because if it can change the volume of an object from it being in the object, that means the house was trapped the entire time in the episode. Except it doesn't. Like, that is, like, it's weird. I really do think that that was an actual, like, mistake on the writer's part. Like, or at least an inconsistency, I don't know. I'm really tired right now and still a little whiplashed, so I'm not. So, like, my mind is elsewhere. Knew it. Stardust. Fight the Picnicker. It's a long way between Flora, Roma, and Eterna City, so let's battle. Okay? Campus Zachary. Good Bomb. Still no. So I'm gonna go into Oni for this one. Karate Chop. Lower my defense is actually kind of scary, but I'll be fine. Oh, how did you live on one? It's fine, because it's just fun. Yeah, and then worst company. Like, it's not that it has the power to control toy soldiers, its stand was the toy soldiers, which was still a good stand. Level 10 Mothman. Mothman's getting up there. Like, I hate its nature, but it's getting up there. Like, it's catching up. Okay, I've lost my way here of all places. Hiker Nicholas. Definitely switch to Fornius. That Screech is kinda... It's something, not really scary actually. Quick Claw, which on an Onyx is kind of worthless because they're so slow as is. And dead. They're also very good. It has the ability to use anything the military has. Technically, they could be a very powerful stand-in because of nukes. True, but how powerful would it be? If you had a nuke the size of like a tiny toy soldier, how strong would that be? Would that be the equivalent of just actually being a nuke? Or would it just simply be like a grenade? Like, would it be like a literal nuke? Or would it just be like a very scary grenade? Also, I'm actually gonna try and fight this Shellos. Go for some Astonishes, because that is... Never mind, this sucks. Yeah, never mind. It also hardened, so I'm just gonna go into Shisaw and just make this simpler, because that would take way too long. That would take forever. It is the equivalent of a tiny sun. If the explosion didn't get you, the radiation would be terrifying. That makes sense. Oh, look, for the once, like, Mudsport actually worked. Like, it actually had a use. Was it a useful use? No. Because I'm 9 levels higher and a Luxio. Level 11, nice. Mothman's catching up, slowly but surely. Why did they get such good music? Why did these random types of trainers get that music? So Worst Company would be a very powerful stand. If the older Nijimura brother ever thought about adding a nuke, then it would be. Unless it was specifically, like, stuck to what a toy manufacturer could make. Because if it was limited to only the things of like the toy Army Man set could make, then you couldn't get the nuke. But it was still a dangerous stand. Like small bullets that fired at the speed or at the rate of a machine gun because you had so many of them. The fact that it could actually have tanks and torpedoes, and they're so small that just like with Harvest, hurting them wouldn't hurt the user. Like, it is a dangerous one. And he used it to its extent by actually using it in like a small, dark, enclosed space so you couldn't properly find them. Just wanted to help Shisaw a little bit, just in case. This trainer, I believe this is the trainer that has just a Piplup, just like one of the few trainers that actually uses a starter. Like, Gardenia also has one. Gardenia uses a Turtwig. Yeah, I hope I can get, like, Wing Attack by the time I get to Gardenia's gym. Because, at the moment, Mothman is currently our only thing that can help in that gym. Because, unless I can get the XP share by the time I get there, Because that would also be a good one. Because I know for a fact we can get the XP share before we do Gardenia. And Worst Company is just a strong early on stand compared to a lot of others. True, that is true. Okay. Ooh, she's not close to level 20. Nice. Alright, I believe this is a house that I can just sleep in? Right? Yes. Okay, this is a house I can sleep in. Thank you. I'm just teaching you how repels work. Worthless. And then I am going backwards on the route so I can collect some items I missed. Like a super potion that I really didn't have to waste. Hecha berry, good, because I'm low, because I'm out of antidotes. Oh, I didn't mean to sprinkle water on it. I meant to just take the orange berry. And a heal ball. That is a very good Pokeball. See if there's any items around here worth getting, because I'm gonna find all the trainers. Any items worth getting? I got the Stardust, I got the Super Potion, and that's really it. Those are all the items in this southern area, in this south area that were worth it. And Eterna Forest will make up for any Pokemon I didn't get, because there are some good ones. There are some good ones here to get. And I'm gonna, instead of using Oni, I'm gonna give it Baden a little more time in the spotlight. Especially because with that Team Galactic Grunt, like, this Magikarp couldn't work. Even though, like, unfortunately, it can't learn any TM moves at the moment, so it's just stuck to these. But once it becomes a Gyarados, it'll be useful. It'll take a while, but it will be. Let me double check that. Magikarp. Just use time again. Like, level 20. Oh, he's only 5 levels away. That's not bad. And then, move pool-wise, level 4. Gen 4, I meant. It'll only know Tackle and then Flail at 30, so really it's just running Tackle. It cannot get any TMs or HMs. If I can find, like, if for some reason I find the, like, move tutor beforehand, I can teach it Bounce. So at the moment, it's just a Pokemon that knows Tackle. Which, I mean, isn't the worst thing. I can work with this, but it will be a little annoying. Oh, you're using Defense Curl. Oh, that's annoying. I actually can't stay in. Well, that is 3-way XP. This is a 3-way XP game. So let's go into Oni, and let's change the strategy up. Forgot the name of the guild stand that's just the lock. It's literally called Lock. The stand is literally just called Lock. Like, if it wasn't for Reverb and Crazy Diamond, for Echo and Crazy Diamond, yeah, that is true. But it was literally just called The Lock. It was a pretty decent stand. It was also, it was a good stand to use to introduce Reverb, because it wasn't an attacking stand, and with the Reverb not being an attacking stand either, it had some good, like, early bits to it. So it was a good stand to introduce a non-attacking stand to. Not to mention, it made Koichi, like, a really cool character. Sending in Pachirisu. Nope. wait. Or would it know Pursuit? Better safe than sorry. I don't want, because I know Pachirisu can learn Pursuit. I don't know if it would have it at this level. But I don't want to do any more lookups either, because I don't want the stream to take too long. Not attacking, but it's emotionally attacking. Like, it does emotional damage. It's just using quick attack, okay? And there's my crit. Like, Oni is surprisingly the GOAT at the moment. Alright, then I got all of that there. And now I'm gonna go back and heal. Just go here. Good. No encounter. Then go to this house and heal. Am I wrong though? It is technically emotional damage. Like, not really like, it can hurt your feelings definitely, but it's not really emotional. It's more sensory damage. Because it attacks by just creating constant sounds. But it was definitely a useful stand. Like, especially during I can never remember her name. I can only just call it the Yandere episode, the Yandere arc. So that'll be later. And then if I could surf, I could go to the Fuego Ironworks, but I can't at the moment. So we go into Eterna Forest, which is probably one of the more annoying sections of the game. Hello, my name's Cheryl, and you are? Okay, so your name is Joker. Like, oh, I see, a phantom thief. I'm certainly glad to meet you. Joker, may I ask a big favor of you? I want to get through this forest, but I'm afraid of doing it alone. I've heard that there's a sinister group of people called Team Galactic about. I think there'd be safety in numbers. Please, may I go through with you? Like, the contract has been sealed. I am thou, thou art I. Like, new confidant unlocked. I'll keep your Pokemon in perfect health. Okay, now, this is bad because in a Nuzlocke, think, like, Cheryl is good and bad for two reasons. First of all, I get 2 encounters thanks to her. The bad thing is, I have to pick one or the other while making sure she doesn't kill it. So, let's go in here. Get the antidotes. Let's talk about the log. The ability straight up can convince people to fund themselves. Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah. Like, Lockout is able to just give you depression because of your guilt. Okay. Okay, I'm not counting this. This is a Dupe's Clause. There are new Pokemon I can get here. I think I can get a Baniri, but I don't remember. Let me double check. I've actually got the list pulled up. Like, this is a Dupe's Clause, so it's okay for me to run. As for items to get, she gives me a Soothe Bell right away, which will be useful for Mothman when it becomes a Golbat. There's the Green Shard, which will be useful eventually. There's the Net Ball. Eventually, like, once I get Cut, I can do the Insect Plate. And that's kind of where a lot of the good ends. So, not much. On the outside of it is not much either, but I need Cut for it, so that's not good either. I think the best thing I could do is Silver Powder, but even then it's kind of meh. So the Pokemon here are 4% chance of a Ghastly, regardless of time of day. Wurmple, the Wurmple full line of like Cascoon, Silcoon, Beautifly, and Dustox is the full line here, but it's also rare. Then, obviously we saw Bidoof and Badoo, and then I can get a Baniri, and I can get a Krookodile. I think the ones I'll want the most is probably either Beautifly, Dustox, or Baniri. Krookodile isn't a horrible Pokemon, but it's not a strong one either. So that's what I'll be running with. So let's see. Alright, so I'm just gonna run in this grass. Red Hot Chili Pepper is kind of strong. The only bad part about it is it can't go into the water or it dies. Rubber absorbs most of its electricity, so it can be defeated. You can defeat it with rubber. Not entirely, because even though it nullifies the electricity, it doesn't nullify the stand itself. It was still able to break through it. So it actually doesn't all. So the rubber isn't like, it's good if you want to absorb the electricity, but technically, Red Hot Chili Pepper doesn't attack with electricity. It attacks physically, and it just uses electricity to increase its own power. Like, ironically, it doesn't have any lightning attacks. It just simply attacks you. Oh my gosh, can I get a Pokemon that's not a Badoo or a Bidoof? I've already got them both. Okay, and okay, Silcoon. There, okay, that's good. I believe Silcoon becomes Beautifly, which isn't a horrible Pokemon. I mean, an Elite Four member uses it. But I've got to be careful also because of that Chansey. So I'm going to be Forneus. And my goal is simple. First, I kill... Okay, you're egg bombing Silcoon. That's what I'm worried about. Okay, it doesn't hurt too much. Like, the egg bomb is fine, even if it were a crit. So, here's the plan. And then Silcoon can't really do anything. It's the bug. It's basically this game's Metapod, so it doesn't really have any attacks. So, here's the plan. First, I kill the Badoo with Peck. Egg Bomb. I don't know if I'll be able to kill the Chansey in time. It is very tanky. Should I just try for Pokeballs? And to be safe, I'll use a Dusk Ball. Although I don't know if the Dusk Ball works in Eternal Forest. I'll just Pokeball. I don't believe Silcoon has too high of a catch rate, too low of a catch rate. And I stand corrected. Okay, thank God you missed. Okay, change of plans. I'm gonna kill the Chansey. Bubble Beam Chansey. The Quick Claw's kind of worthless. Oh! Okay, never mind. That was a wasted turn that I could have been using to attempt a catch. The harden will make it harder for it to die, but that's not going to work. Okay, I need to lob Pokeballs at this thing. I don't have a lot left, so I should have bought more. 1, 2, 3. Ah, come on! Okay. I don't have many chances left. Although, with every Egg Bomb used, it does increase my catch chance. 1, 2. Come on! I messed up with the Weasel. Don't mess up with a Silcoon. Because Beautifly's not that bad of a Pokemon. Come on, I got 2 Pokeballs left, and then I have my Heal Ball, Dusk Ball, and Premier Ball. 1, 2, 3. Got it! I redeemed myself for the Weasel. I redeemed myself with the Weasel, and I have a Silcoon. That's actually a decent Pokemon when it evolves. The Cocoon Pokemon. Pure Bug. It wraps silk around the branches of a tree. It drinks rainwater on its silk while awaiting evolution. The greater part is I don't remember all of Red Hot Chili Pepper's abilities other than the electricity absorption and being able to move people through electricity. That is true, but for the most part, outside of that, it was just simply a physical Pokemon. It could also only exist wherever electricity is. What would be a good persona to name it after? I don't want to do another... Oh, never mind, I got a perfect one here. I'll name it Mott, which was just a sentient sarcophagus, so you are Mott. I forgot to take you out of the death box. There's actually 2 Pokemon in the death box I need to take out of there. Okay, but that's fine now. And then all that's left are the battles, but I should be able to handle the battles safely because I can talk to most of them to make it one-on-one fights. And I don't think I have to do every double battle. There's the Moss Rock there, which if I have an Eevee, that's good. Let's see, I think it's only like 3 battles that are required. Unfortunately, this is a forced double battle. What's cool, you might ask? No? I'll tell you anyway, Bug Pokemon! We're just out on a power walk. It's like, I like Bug Pokemon! We're just on a hike. Just go with Pepper Pokemon. There's a lot going on right now, Shannon, alright? I'm doing a Nuzlocke, I'm doing, like, I'm doing a Pokemon Nuzlocke where they're all named after personas, and we're talking about the fact that most JoJo's characters are morons because they don't know how to properly use their Pokemon. I got a lot going on. I don't think Pachirisu has an electric type move yet. Although even then, I think Oni's safe against it. Although just to be safe, because it probably uses Spark on me regardless. Okay, it did have Spark. Okay. Oh! Wait, there was a Zubat, but you chose to attack the Chansey? Random? But let me remind myself, Silcoon. Silcoon evolves into Beautifly at level 10. Wait, wasn't that Silcoon level 12? That means I would just very soon get a Silcoon. Huh, neat. And then it'll only know Harden because I didn't have it as a wormhole. That's kind of bad. But the fact that it'll do some good stuff beforehand, because it would have had moves like Tackle and Poison Sting before. But you know what? I could still work with that Silcoon, like when the time comes and it dies. Okay, so Karate Chop the Pachirisu. You're attacking me. And you paralyzed me. Fan-friggin-tastic. Alright, you go get that wormhole. And crit it, nice. Alright. Mothman got XP. How long will that XP boost stay? Oh, that sucks. Okay, and to top it off, there is now a Beautifly here. I'm going to use a Paralyze Heal on Oni. Okay, going after Chansey again. It's fine. You do have Gust. You do have... Dang it! Okay. First option died. That serious. Ugh! And what's bad about that is that I was thinking, does this thing know Gust? And now I know it does. Kill the Beautifly. Dang it, that Oni was gonna be so... That would have actually been a useful Pokemon. It would have helped with Byron eventually. And now I don't have anything that knows Rock Smash that's alive. Well. Oni's dead. Great. Yeah, make sure you got your health back. Okay, the Silcoon's fine. I'm gonna start biting the Pachirisu. There goes some of our type diversity. And it was so helpful too. Like, Oni was surprisingly useful thanks to Karate Chop. And I'm sorry about that outrage, it's just too many things are going through my head right now, and with all the conversations going on, I'm having to juggle too many things, and now it's dead, and I feel bad about it. Which also means all of the Pokemon that I put up for the vote to replace are dead. They're all dead. Like, Stoneskill and Oni were both a part of it, and now they're dead. They lasted one episode. One. Oh, that pisses me off. That pisses me off so bad. Once we get to Eterna City, I'll make the team changes. But unfortunately, because this isn't Gen 7, or not Gen 7, Gen 9, I can't just switch out the Pokemon just wherever I want. Okay, but I can make this fight easier because I can actually talk to them individually. I haven't been in this much of a bad mood since the Sword Nuzlocke when we lost Corviknight and Cinderace. Unfortunately, this Abra does actually have attacking moves. Specifically, it knows Hidden Power. I don't know which type Hidden Power is, but I know it knows it. But being able to make this fight easier like this is good. Okay, well, we can learn. Is it a ground move? Is it ground? No. Oh god, that was a crit! Don't be another crit, please. I'm already in a bad mood as is. Okay, thank you. And just one shot. One shot, thank you. Wants... I think he means show off. Or not show off, face off. Unless there was a person... I'm thinking... I don't know. I'm not in a good mood right now. I am in a very bad mood. So much bad has been going on. Is gonna be such a good Pokemon. Hardy Nature, making it neutral. Having no guard, meaning once I taught it low accuracy fighting moves. Stop with the crits! I swear, if this thing's crits, I'm going to swear. I am actually going to say a swear word. Okay, good. I'm sorry, I also didn't have that good of a weekend. I threw my back out over the weekend. It's just always just the worst thing. So, I'm not in a good mood, okay? I'm not. So I can't keep up with talking about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I can't keep this bad going. I'm gonna go use the bathroom. I actually have to pee. I'm just gonna take a quick break. Okay. Alright, I'm back. And I'm a little calmer. Alright. Well, on the bright side, this kind of proves what I was saying before, that, that'll be a useful Pokemon. Beautifly, I mean. And I only need to level up Silcoon once to get it, so we can have a good leveled early Beautifly. Yeah, talking about this stuff does help in the mood, but it seems like you've had a terrible week. It's not that I had a terrible week, I just had a long week. I had a lot going on. Between finishing the Phoenix Wright series, which involved 2 5-hour-long streams, nope, I almost broke a rule. Just doing work on the other days, and then coming to Saturday, where I had, and I'm pretty sure I was cleaning one of those days also. And then to top it off, I had to, I was putting groceries away when I threw out my back. That's the stupid part. The dumbest thing about throwing your back out is that you always do it over the dumbest things, you know? Like, the first time I remember throwing my back out, I was just in the shower, just rinsing myself off, and then I threw my back out mid-shower. And then, on Saturday, I threw my back out by putting groceries away. And it's just the dumbest stuff, and it hurt, too. It hurt a lot worse than when I first threw my back out. So much so, I was actually crying. It was that bad. Thankfully, I had my parents home to help me out. Otherwise, I probably would have just stayed in one place. But, yeah, it hurt. And then I spent an hour, and then in that same day, I spent an hour in bed, and then the rest of the day, and the rest of the night, I just spent, just on the couch, just watching TV. I was catching up on an anime I hadn't been, I was just watching an anime a bunch, not really catching up on it, because that implies it was like a newer anime. No, I was just watching an anime, I had started, I was catching up on an older anime I had started recently. And then, while, like, my back was better come the next day, which was, well, yesterday, it still hurt a lot, and I was exhausted. Also, I was so just tired. So I ended up, I was just relaxing in my office again. I was able to walk, thankfully, better by Saturday night, and then Sunday, I was just mostly in my bed. I was just in my office, just like relaxing on a game. And then I went to, and then today, like, I'm finally better. I'm still just a little tired, I guess is all. But yeah, I am upset. I'm not in that good of a mood. I'm gonna, like, how few trainers can I fight without having to do it? Because I'm probably gonna fight them just in my spare time, just like off stream. And obviously, if any die, I'll make a short of it, but I think I just go up. Like, I go here. But I think those were the only required trainers I had to fight, and then everything else here is just something I can fight. So, go Fornius. Yeah, I'm... Well, on the bright side, with the time we have now, I might be able to just do the Eterna Gym, and the grinding shouldn't take too long either, because I should have simply seen enough Pokemon to warrant me getting the XP share. If I had known that was going to happen, though, I would have just gone into Luxio. Stupid. Dang, the shower must have been a pain when we threw it out. Except for the grocery bag. Wanna know what I was moving? Wanna know what groceries I was moving? Greek yogurt and drink cans. That's what I was moving. I guess the problem there was that I was taking too little at a time, and then I was just rearranging a bunch of stuff in the refrigerator, but it's always dumb. You always throw it out over the stupidest things. So, I'm just pissed off. I'm very pissed off. So, just so I can keep the mood a little lighter, Gametopia, that pilot, that was a really good pilot. I'm looking forward to a new episode of that come out. And the thing about it that kind of makes me smile the most with Gametopia is it's two things that's just kind of fun about it. First is the fact that Hexlocke is one of the voice actors in it as a main character, which is hilarious. Because in this bright and colorful 2.5D, surprisingly dark show, here's just Hexlocke as a backpack, which is just hilarious. It was also fun with it is the voice actor for Vegeta is in the show. Gameaverse, that's not Gametopia, Gameaverse. Thank you for reminding me, yeah. But either way, Gameaverse, like, that was a good pilot, and I'm looking forward to the rest of it. And as for my opinion on the whole, like, Gooner bait kind of thing, honestly, with, like, the fact that the first episode was the beach episode, my thought is, at least they did it first, and they got it out of the way, is kind of how I was feeling with it, is, like, they got it out of the way first thing, and now we don't have to deal with it again. Now we can just deal with the characters in the story. So I'm just glad that they did it kind of first. Also, I wonder, now that I have Bite, I might be able to just handle them all now. Deal with Baneri first, it's the biggest threat. Alright. But yeah, Game of the First was good. And I'm also looking forward to the finale of The Amazing Digital Circus because it's coming out the day after my birthday. So I'm planning on watching it. I'm planning on watching it the day it comes out. I also need to, I've been forgetting to do this, but I want to get like a hoodie for when I watch it, like a good, like Amazing Digital Circus hoodie. Just so I can have some like merch to wear when I watch it. Also good. I got rid of that. Got rid of you. Now let's take care of the Baneri. Dang it, fancy. My bite is gonna keep doing less and less damage. I should try for a supersonic. See if I can get you confused. And also, if anyone's curious what I think of, coincidentally, a couple days ago, I saw a show called Madtown. Someone made it on YouTube as a series, and it was only made a year ago. Somehow, so far, so good. They're thinking about doing a season 2. Never heard of it. Alright, can I get you to hit yourself in confusion? No when you use frustration on the Chansey. Okay, I'm good with that. Oh god. You are a hate-filled Baneri. And also, to anyone who's curious about what I think... dang it, I snapped out. And they're using frustration on me. No. Mothman, you mad lads! Oh my god! Fast Baneri. Alright, I'm going to Super Potion. Please attack the Chansey again. Heal. Okay, using Defense Curl. I'm okay with Defense Curl. I'm not okay with that frustration. You are a very hate-filled bunny rabbit. Endure? Okay. I kinda wish you didn't do that. Alright, come on. A little bit more. Okay, Endure failed. Okay, we're good. The story is the main character is a human making a deal with the Grim Reaper to get a date, and the story is somewhat good. Oh, does sound good. Kinda reminds me of this one animated video a friend of mine sent me called It's Going to Be Okay show. That's all about a guy who died and is on a little game show with the Grim Reaper. And it's just like the Grim Reaper, like going through his life, going through his death, and like letting him know that even though he's dead, his boyfriend is going to move on, be happy and healthy. And just letting the guy know that it's okay, like you can move on. It's very sweet. But Chansey, why do you suck? Why does Egg Bomb have such bad accuracy? And my favorite part about that whole short wasn't the overall message. It was the fact that they had a Soul Eater reference in it. That just made me smile. Like, they showed all the different, like, variants of death, and one of them was Death from Soul Eater, which just made me smile. Like, they there was just him. Like, it was a happy sight. Also, I am very surprised by the fact that I haven't encountered a shiny yet this whole time. Even with a little grinding I did, I'm surprised I haven't encountered one yet. Also, a thought I had earlier and I forgot to ask, if you were a Pokemon professor in the world of Pokemon, what would you study? For me, I personally study, like, legendary Pokemon, like legendaries and mythicals. And we're out. Thank God. Oh, there's the exit. I'm so relieved. We finally got here. I would have never been able to get through this by myself. Thank you so much, Joker. This is my token of appreciation. Please accept it. You've obtained the Soothe Bell. That is a very good item, especially for Zubat. I'm sure we'll meet again somewhere. Bye for now. I do feel better now. And also, something to point out is, even though we have lost a lot of Pokemon, I am still in a pretty good mood because, well, we're out. Well, we're out, but also I'm glad that we're back to doing this stuff. I'm glad that I'm back to doing, like, my normal stream schedule instead of just doing one game only. Like, it lets me kind of spread out a little bit, take breaths in between, and is good. Was there any items in this area in particular? There is a trainer who has the 6 Magikarp. I should look out for that, for him. And then another guy who has 2 Magikarps and a Goldeen. And then a guy who only has a Goldeen. Alright, let me see. Were there any items in the northern section that I should look for? Not really, no. Okay. So, I'm just gonna fight the trainers then. I'll probably study the anomaly of Pokemon transformation, because if you think about it, there's some serious freaks that would pay for that probably in that universe. I could actually see that. Just some people who are studying stuff like the Cherim forms and like stuff like that. I could see that. Oh, first on sit back and fish casually. It's a grown-up's hobby. How about that? I netted me a faster trainer. Yeehaw! Fisherman Joseph. Ooh, level 17. That's a little too high for Mothman. Would you like to fight Shisa? Yeah. I have also thought on this, like, what would I do if I was in the world of Pokemon? I have actually thought this out somewhat extensively. Like, first thing I'm doing is even though Sinnoh is my favorite region, I'm going to the Galar region. Oh, water sport weakens fire, not water, or not electric. Okay. But first thing I'm doing is I'm going to the Galar region. Next, I'm gonna make a deal with Macrocosmos, so that I can be its new president in place of Rose. Specifically, I'm making a deal that if I can beat all of the gyms and then become the champion, then I'm going to then I would be the new chairman. I would run the company. So I would go on my journey. I would train, and I would eventually become champion. Next thing I do, and then once I'm the head of Macrocosmos, I invested everything back into Galar. Like, I'm not gonna be Rose freaking out over a 1,000-year problem. Instead, I'm working towards like improving Galar itself. I am going to switch. Actually, no. Staying with Mothman. Like, let Zubat have a little bit. Oh, this is the one that knows Tackle. Like, this is the only Magikarp of his that knows an attacking. Really? Like, imagine one day Pokemon introduces a trainer that has, like, nothing but Magikarp, but they're all level 100. They all only know Tackle and Hydro Pump and Bounce, and then obviously Splash, and that's the trainer. Like, they don't have any good, they don't have, like, held items to help them out. It's just a guy with nothing but level 100 Magikarps. That would be hilarious. But again, like I was saying, so, I become the champion. I become the head of Macrocosmos. I invest everything into making the ultimate Pokemon League. What do I mean by that? Flying island. I invest into a flying island. And even though this is incredibly weird, the whole professor transformation, you gotta think, even though it would be a very weird thing, it'd be a good science to understand. True. Because like the Ash Greninja phenomenon, like how Ash was able to create an all-new evolution for his Greninja, like you could, and that's something we haven't seen since, you could just be a strip, like you could just do a lot with that. Like imagine you make new battle bonds for other Pokemon. Like, it would be good science to understand Pokemon better because you can understand their biology and behavior by having someone live among them so it's not as suspicious. I can definitely see that. So yeah, but like I was saying, so I make a flying island as like a flying, not really a, well yeah, a little bit of a city. And in that flying island, there would be a gauntlet where you could fight 8 trainers to be gym leaders, and then fight 4 more trainers to be, that would be the Elite 4 members, and then you fight the whoever the champion would be. And it would be a full-on gauntlet, and I would only pick trainers from all around the world to be my like picks, with me as the champion. And then if you beat me, you would become the champion instead to fight in my place. That is how I would do it. I would create, just like with the World Champion Cup in the anime from Pokemon Journeys, I would make the ultimate Pokemon League. And to get there wouldn't be easy either. You would need like a special kind of authentication to do it. I don't know what the authentication would be, but it'd be its own little challenge. So you have to get the authentication required, and then you could go to this island. So it would be super exclusive as well. And that's what I would do in the world of Pokemon. And then obviously, I would also study like I would also like hunt down legendary and mythical Pokemon on the side to add to my repertoire, while also studying other things like Mega Evolution and Terastallization. Well, I'm not really studying Mega Evolution and Terastallization and those kinds of mechanics, but rather, I would just do that. I would just have a bunch of it. I would just have that as like a main thing. Like, maybe just like how Ash could use both Mega Evolution, Z moves, Terastallization. Wait, no, he wasn't in Paldea. So he only had Mega Evolution, Z moves, and Gigantamax. So just like with that, I would do that for some of my Pokemon. I would have a Pokemon that could Mega Evolve, a Pokemon that had an exclusive Z move, a Pokemon that could Gigantamax, and then a Pokemon that could Terastallize. And I would somehow make it that if you're on the island, you would always be able to Gigantamax and Terastallize. I would make like an artificial field for it that let you do it. That's what I would do. So I guess I wouldn't really be a Pokemon trainer. I'd just be a simple explorer, like an adventurer. Again, that would be kind of interesting to see how people would react in that scenario. And also would be great research material to understand the lifestyle of Pokemon world. Definitely. But yeah, so that's what I would do if I was in the world of Pokemon. Simply put, I would like I would fight my way to becoming a CEO, literally, and then I'd just make the ultimate Pokemon League. While also still being a part of Macrocosmos, I would do a lot of like investments into helping the business grow. You know what I would do? I would find a Master Ball. I would reverse engineer it until I could make more. Then I would sell them. And then I would make the company even more money. Imagine anyone could just buy the Master Ball. Like, I would be the ultimate, like, I would be, like, the ultimate capitalist. Like, yeah, what was once the rarest thing you could acquire, I now can just manufacture and sell on a massive scale. Like, I am the ultimate venture capitalist. If Abaddon dies here, I'm not gonna worry too much with Horn Attack. But I also would rather that not happen. Shisa? Also, because of the Pokemon transformation situation, that could also make extinct Pokemon of the past. So, yeah, like you could, like, imagine you end up being the guy who creates like the Paradox Pokemon, the future ones. You know, I've thought on this before. I feel bad for the future Paradox Pokemon. They got a bad rap. So much so that I once had the idea of making a series on the channel that would just be me, like, showing me in the future making those Pokemon. I wanted to do that at one point. I never did because, well, I had a specific like thing in mind I wanted. Like, if I was gonna do it, I would probably, like, if I was to do it again, I would do it in one of two ways. I would still do it as a video series, but I would have to get like a specific like prop. I had a specific prop in mind. Not prop, it was a costume of, like, it was a lab coat, but with, like, metal shoulder pads on them, because the whole thing was, like, I was the guy who created the Iron Pokemon. So I was the reason for that happening, and the idea was basically these Pokemon were going extinct, so I made their replacements. So I would do that. If I didn't do, like, if I couldn't do the metal shoulder pads, then I'd probably just do a regular lab coat. Oh, I really wouldn't even need to do that, because I've got, like, a trench coat and an overcoat back there, so I could probably just do that instead. But that's something I wanted to do. So if I was to do it again, like I said, I would either do it as a, like, video series, or I do, like, an SCP thing, where I I wouldn't make a site, because I'm not that smart, but I'd probably do, like, like, just specialized posts on, like, hey, look, here's my, like, charts on it. That's probably what I do. You know, make it kind of like a mockumentary series. Pokemon would probably take me down if I did stuff like that, because they can't let you do anything in their name without their approval, but it'd be cool. And we're here. Eterna City. Now before I heal my Pokemon, it's time. Use my PC. The Death Box. First of all, some of these Pokemon I actually have to move out and put back in this box. There. Okay, so first things first. Oni, I am so sorry about this. If only I had actually trusted my gut and paid attention, you would have still been alive. A no-guard Machop would have been so good. Unfortunately, they're dead. Rest in peace, Oni. You were good for the moments we had you, but you died because I was a fool. Rest in peace. So we have two options now. Mott the Silcoon, Kelpie the Psyduck, Budu the Narcissus the Budu, and Slime the Shellos. I think our best option here is honestly, it's kind of a pick. I could do Budu, or I could do Mott. I don't want another water Pokemon, because that would mean that half of my team was water, between Forneus and Abaddon. Budu is lower level, but would give us a grass type, but would also give us another poison type. Beautifly can be good, because, I mean, again, an Elite Four member had it in this game. So I could do that. And it would only take one more level to make them a Beautifly, but at the same time, Narcissus would end up as a Roselia and Roserade. I think I'm better off taking Mott, though, because it's a higher level. And then I can get it to evolve. So, let's handle this real quick. Well, first things first. Obviously, move-wise, it only knows Harden. It is a docile nature. The only problem with the whole transformation situation is you can't kind of can't breed legendary or mythical Pokemon, so it'd be quite weird for someone to be transformed into one of them. Oh, that's the transformation you were talking about. That actually makes more sense than what I was thinking. I was thinking you were talking about like hangry mode for more Peko or like stuff like that. But transforming people into Pokemon makes a lot more sense. Okay, so docile nature. That is neutral nature. Okay, that's fine. Neutral is oftentimes like a good one to have. And then shed skin doesn't really matter. And then let's just heal. And then I am going to pull up an image of Silk. Then I've got to get an image of Silcoon. Image. And boom. Now we have a Silcoon. And then I know for a fact the Move Tutor and Move Reminder aren't here. Those are in Pastoria City. And then, actually first, let me just do this really quick. Then, Eterna City. Because there's a few things I can do before we have to take on the gym. So I'm just gonna handle those now. I can get the Friendship Checker, which actually can be good. It's actually just inside here. I'm gonna guess you. Pokemon are with you. This Poketch app will show you how close your Pokemon feel to you. Poketch app Friendship Checker. It identifies the Pokemon that like you. Oh, let's see. Calculator, time, checker. Well, clearly it's Prinplup likes me the most. And then there's I can't get Thief. I can't get the Moonstone. And then obviously I can't get the Bike yet, or the Upgrade. There is one good thing I can get, the thing that we've been talking about the most. Back on. Or the thing I've been talking about the most. Let me head here real quick. I think I'll be able to go through here. Yes, okay. By the way, it would be like a mystery dungeon Durant situation, but you can always turn back. But you would have to tell the professors. Yeah, that makes sense. So it's kind of like that movie Hoppers. Never saw it, and it looked interesting. Joker, long time no see. Oh, you look puzzled. You wondering who I am? I'm Professor Owen's assistant and Dawn's father. I've come a long way to help you on your adventure at the professor's behest. Joker, let me ask you, how many Pokemon have you met? Oh my, you've met 40! Wonderful, yes, bravo! Professor Pokemon should be delighted. Professor Owen should be delighted. Here's something for you. XP share! Oh, this is good! This is gonna be good for training Pokemon. Whereas it'd be kind of like that, but less mechanical. Never saw, but it didn't look that interesting to me. Alright. Like, I've got 2 items here that are gonna end up being really good. So first, I'm gonna give this to Mott. And then... Hey, I'm Gardenia. I'm this town's gym leader. My last challenger was this awfully speedy young guy. Actually, his name was Akechi. He told me about you. He said that another challenger's on the way, so that made me antsy. At my gym, no one gets to battle with the gym leader, me, until the end. The challenger has to beat all the other gym trainers first. I'll be waiting for you in the back, trainer. Don't disappoint me. Yeah, it'll be a while before I talk to you, just so you know. First things first, there's just an item here. I can just get a super potion. Maybe tell the show either just snippets of the main character being ripped apart. Oh god, that sounds horrifying. Probably makes more sense in context. Okay, so... Oh wait, this isn't where I needed to go. This is the bike shop. I think it was... Was it this building next to the... It was this building next to the Pokémon. That's where I had to go, okay. So go in here. No? Wait, was this just like a condominium? Condominium, okay. Where is the place with the hut? Oh, here it is. It's this small building. Context was the main character refusing to go somewhere, then the arms were ripping. A couple of other scenes, and that was just one instance. Oh, I see. Let's dig up some treasure. I'm from Orberg. I work at the mining museum there. I got advice from the underground man on digging up treasure and spheres. Before I get digging, let me share his advice with you. Oh, okay. You may uncover dark rocks. They're very hard. If you keep hitting them, the wall will collapse. Don't forget that, and you'll be digging up treasure in no time. So it's this. You can call me the underground man. Everyone else does. And the explorer kit. Real question, will this still work with the ROM? I just thought on that. Let's test. Like, will this still work with the ROM? Here, go underground. I forgot that this guy gave, like, missions. Alright, let's see. Will it still work in the ROM? The answer is... DS risk. Okay, let's see if this will work. Saving a lot of data. Okay. Let's see if this works properly. And none of his like rewards actually matter. Then all right. The answer is it does work. I don't know how, but it does. And then I don't care about you. You can do anything you want. You can do treasure, sphere, space. I don't care. I just needed a certain item. I think it's just like as I go along, eventually it'll tell me if there's something nearby. I think that's how it works. It's just keep going along until. Although this is gonna take forever, so I'm not gonna do it now. Return to the surface from where I entered. So I'll do that another time. I'll do fossil hunting another time, because that would just take way too long. And there are plenty of other things I'd rather do. Oh, and thumbs. Hey, Junker! You came to see the Pokemon statue, right? I'll take you there. Kinda slowly. What the? So this is Eterna's Pokemon statue, shaping our world, our time and space in an intertwining spiral. Revered in Sinnoh are the Pokemon of time and space. Sinnoh's myth, its truth, its investigation. Pardon me, stand aside. Oh hey! When we smacked together, a brilliant flash of inspiration came to me.
An easy way to become a trainer. Yeah, that! Alright, listen close. Make certain all your attacks hit, avoid enemy attacks for sure. You do that, you'd never lose. You'd be the invincible trainer. Anyway, go check out the Pokemon statue. See you around! What worthless advice. Oh, this is cool. There seems to have been a descriptive plate, but it appears as if it was torn off. Now, it doesn't actually say... I believe it actually does tell you what it says in, like, other versions. But here's a Draco plate. Text engraved on the back of the obtained plate. When the universe was created, its shards became this place. That is a worthless item at the moment, because I don't have a dragon Pokemon. I hope to get one eventually when I hopefully get the Gible. Honestly, I believe it'd be very weird being a fossil Pokemon or an Ultra Beast or a Paradox Pokemon. Imagine just being paper. You're not wrong. Imagine having to talk backwards, because that's canonically what they do. Alright, this is a new encounter, Route 211. There can be some good Pokemon I can get around here. Like Metatype, for example. And I get Bronzor. Actually, that's a good Pokemon. I'd actually rather that over Abra. Like Steel, and like Psychic and Steel. And in this generation, it doesn't have the Ghost and Dark weakness, so this thing is really good. Astonish should be fine. Actually, so should Bite. This is just neutral damage. And Bronzor... Oh, wait, no! Bronzor may have Extrasensory. Oh, I was almost stupid. Go into Fornius, and then just peck it. Okay. Okay, I was right. This thing actually has Confusion. Well, I know what I'm replacing, Surosha with, eventually. Dang it. That's annoying. And what's also annoying is the fact that this thing would probably just use Hypnosis, has a chance to use Hypnosis a second time, just like there. Okay. But I would much rather have a Bronzong over a Kadabra. Oh, I meant to use Return, not Peck. Please use Confusion again. Good, but don't actually confuse me, please. Thank you. Return? You should be a little stronger, but not enough to kill? Yeah, okay, just enough. I'm okay with this. And then we don't share any moves, so Imprison won't work. I think I'm fine just doing that. Oh, I forgot to buy other balls. Well, that's not good. Okay. Tell a joke like how you... Tell a joke, like, how would a paper Pokemon reproduce? I'm not sure. I mean, it's a part of the unidentified egg group, so it can't already breed. But if it did, I don't know, well, I mean, how does a rock reproduce? How does a sword reproduce? Think of it that way. Because you'll have Pokemon like Honedge. Honedge is just a sword. How does a sword have children? And what about what was another one? Klefki. Klefki is just a bunch of keys. How do keys reproduce? Or wait, does Klefki have gender? Like, can Klefki breed? I don't know. Oh, tell me how would. That makes more sense. Bronzor, the bronze Pokemon, Steel Psychic type. The researchers who believe this Pokemon reflected like a mirror in the distant past. Given nickname, of course. As for what that name will be, let me go to my handy-dandy list on it. What'll be the Pokemon? I don't think there's any mirror personas, but let me check.
Oh, wait, I know what I could name it. Let me find its name again, because... Alright, here. It's not exactly a mirror, but it works enough. Baki. Arahabaki. In someone's PC, because we haven't actually met that person yet. I don't even remember where they are. Like, this game's like Bill. Great ball acquired. Nice. If I find a shiny, that'll be good. Do I do the Mount Coronet encounter now? Or do I do it another time? I just thought on that. Do I do Mount Coronet now or later? Actually, no, I trust. I'm gonna have to do a lot of grinding off camera, I just thought on. This is only the western segment, so the only thing I could get is just, like, the best thing I could get is taunts. The east side, which I won't be able to get to for a while, has more. Then... Mount Coordinates. Hey, is that a crit? Oh, I just realized I don't have anything that knows Rock Smash at the moment. I don't think I'll need to teach anyone Rock Smash currently, but I just remembered I'll have to do that later. Southern floor 1. Northern floor 1. I can get, when it comes to Pokemon I haven't encountered yet, I could get a Cleffa, I could get a Nose Pass, I could get a Metatite, I could get a or I could get a Chingling. These are all the new ones on this side of Mount Cornets. So, if I mean, I could also, if I get lucky, I could also get a Machop, and I could just redeem, and I could just get another Oni. So, not a bad idea to do. I'll fight you. Zubat! Doesn't that sound like a ninja bursting from cover? You're a bad ninja if you're bursting from cover. So yeah, I might end soon. Because I'd like to save Gardenia for later, for another time. I think I want to go. I feel like going to Baton. But we just have to see, because that is a dupes I'm okay with redoing. Just getting myself an Oni again as an apology. But we'll have to see. Bites. I can do one more tackle and then heal. Or you go Leech Life for some reason. Which was a random crit. Super Potion, which will fully heal. It also has one more thing to check. With the Eternus City Gym. Her highest level, Gardenia's highest level is level 22. So I may grind some of my Pokemon until they're level 20. At the very least. Just to kind of match. Oh god, that was a crit. This tackle kills though, so it's fine. So that's probably going to be my goal. I just realized the polls kill the two people we
your polls killed 2 people we added, and we didn't have the Zubat, yet it's still alive. True. Like, it is sad how Mothman ended up being the only survivor of that poll. Also, how much XP is left until you... Oh, it'll take a while. But the XP share is helping still. Like, also, like, that is probably going to be my goal, though. Like, if for some reason I have to sacrifice Abra, I will then just put Bronzor on without question, because it'll just be a better one. It already has an attacking move, so all I'd have to do is just train it in probably either this grass or Mount Coronet. Mount Coronet would probably be better because I have a chance of getting level 16s. So my plan would simply be just train until everyone's level 20, and then I go for Gardenia, which I think is appropriate. Like, I just end it here, and then I do a little bit of training and exploration off of camera. Specifically, the only things that would be off camera outside of grinding are just checking the honey tree, getting the drift loon, and trying to find a fossil. Excuse me. Baden. And Mothman. And you know what? Just so I can be nice, Orneus. So that's what I'm going to be doing. But before I end stream, I am going to do that. I am going to get my Mount Coronet encounter now, and we're going to see who it is. Like, will I redeem myself and get Oni? Or will I get, like, one of the other new ones? Outside of Oni, the only other one I'd want... let me look at that encounter table again, because I've already forgotten some. Mount Coronet, which is a huge page on Wikipedia, interestingly. Alright, the Eterna City Celestic Townside. The only ones here that I really care about outside of Machop is Cleffa, Nosepass, Meta Titan, Shingling. Well, I don't care about Shingling. I'd rather we don't get a Shingling, because this isn't Let's Go. This isn't Let's Go. No, Let's Go. This isn't Legend ZA, where it's an actually good Pokemon. Don't kill Mothman. And Moochlife kill. Like, if I was to pick anything outside of Machop, I'd probably want either Cleffa or Nosepass. Nosepass has a pretty good attack and defense to it, and Probopass is a rock steel type, which can be useful in certain scenarios. Heal, because for some reason that Bidoof almost killed him. Almost killed Mothman. Let him fight me. And then, as always, if I have a death or an evolution, I will make updates on that. So no one will be kept out. So you won't be kept out of the loop when that happens. When stuff like that happens. Go to Fornius. But I'd hope Cleffa and Clefable aren't bad. They're not as good in this generation because they don't have the fairy typing, which really helps their powerhouse. But because they don't have the fairy typing, Clefable's not as good, but it's not a bad Pokemon either, thanks to how high of HP they have. But again, because there isn't a fairy type in this game, the Cleffa line isn't that good. They're kinda good, but they could be better. Keep battling.
Yeah, so that's stuff to expect while, like, in between these streams. So, getting them to level... So, getting all the other Pokemon to level 25... to level 20, including Sarosha, which does mean we'll have a Kadabra, which can be good. Oh, and that's an evolution! Here we go! And Mott is evolving! Wait for it. Mott is now a Beautifly! And now has Gust, which is good. Also, let me just double check something to make sure I didn't, like, misunderstand its moveset. Fly. And, like, the stats as well. In Generation 4, it had a base stat total of 385, having a 90 in special attack and a 65 in speed. So it's not good, but it's probably better than some others. So it's not the worst thing we could have on the team. And then outside of Gust, we get we'll eventually get Stun Spore. Like, the best moves, it looks like here, are Giga Drain and Bug Buzz, just by level up. There are some pretty decent TM moves also. Psychic, Shadow Ball, Energy Ball. That's kind of where it ends, but still, those are some decent moves. Especially if we can find out what its type is, what its hidden power type is. That's some stuff to look for in the future. So it's not the worst thing we could have added. Like, there are definitely worse things. Okay, so let's see. Again, the Pokemon to look for are Machop, Cleffa, Nosepass, Meditite, and Chingling. These are all the new ones. Pray we can get either the Machop, the Nosepass, or the Meditite. Like, pray those are what we can get. Oh, and one more thing. I hate to do this a lot, but we kinda need it. This hurts me way more than it hurts any of you. But I'll probably get rid of Peck, because I need this. Unfortunately, I need this move for progression in a lot of places. This is as far as we're able to go in Mount Coronet, fortunately, because this game's ultimate flaw with how like HM heavy it is. Like, I don't know why they made this game so HM heavy. It's like, you need almost every single HM in the game. And we get a Meditite. I mean, that is still a fighting type, which is still good. Well, actually, no, that's it. This is actually a good pick. I'm just glad it wasn't like a Cleffa. So, Astonish, and no Detect. Okay. But this is still a good Pokemon for us. For us to have. But I will probably be doing a lot of my training here in Mount Coronet. The whole Pokemon idea, depending on where you are in the world of Pokemon, it would be weird. It only gets weird if you're in the region with Team Rocket, because they'll do anything. True. I mean, each villain team has its own problems. I think the safest I forgot you know Confusion. Mothman, do not hit yourself in Confusion. Come on. No. Mothman. Mothman. Thank God. Okay. I gotta switch out to my... I gotta switch out to Fortius, so I don't die. It's using bind. Okay, do not attack this turn. Throw a dusk ball. I forgot to buy more balls. Throw the dusk ball. We're in a cave. It has a boosted catch rate. 1, 2, 3. Got it. Okay. We have Metatype. There's really a thing about regions by their villain team. Like, Kanto and Johto both have Team Rocket to deal with. Like, Hoenn, you have Team Aqua and Team Magma. Well, first of all, Metatype, the Meditate Pokemon, a fighting psychic type. It always trains deep in mountains. It levitates when it heightens its spiritual power through meditation. Always give our nickname. And I do actually know, in a sense, what I'm naming it. I just forgot its name. I'd have to look it up again. All right. Oh wait, I know what I'll name you. I still forgot its name. It's in Chariot. No, it wasn't Chariot. Here it was. I know what I'm naming you. Here is Hanuman. Right, yep, that's it spelled properly. And it's in someone else's PC. Okay, that is all the encounters I can get for now. Unless I wanted to fish in Eterna City for some reason. But, like, why? Also, can anyone learn Bullet Seed? This is a somewhat useless move, but no. Super Potion Mothman. I'm gonna have to buy some more Super Potions. Oh, wait, I don't have to. Keep forgetting I actually have a back button. Okay. Imagine as we walk out of this grass, we just get a shiny. Nope. I do like the evergreen music. So this is the team worker. What? Oh, that device you have. Is it a Pokedex? Wow, it brings back some memories. Pardon me, but what's your name? Oh, okay. Okay, hello, Joker. I'll be sure to remember that name. My name is Cynthia. I'm a trainer just like you. I've been studying Pokemon mythology lately, just out of curiosity. Here in Eterna City, there's a statue of an ancient Pokemon. Have you seen it already? According to myth, it was an extremely powerful Pokemon. Who knows? You may encounter something like it while you're traveling with your Pokedex. Oh, I know. Try using this. It should be helpful. HMO1 Cut. Nice. Remember, the hidden move Cut can be used in the field. It will let you go places that were previously inaccessible to you. That's important for filling up your Pokedex, right? Good luck be with you, young trainer. Oh, there's one last thing. Please give my regards, Professor Rowan. Okay, she'll actually talk to us one more time once we're done with the Team Galactic stuff. Also, like, we want your Pokemon. They're literally just Scientology in the world of Pokemon. They have their buildings out in the open despite doing active crimes. Like, complete with a sign. Like, how? They're literally just Scientology, but as terrorists. Nope, wrong button. Actually, no. That was still the wrong button. Well, kind of. Because I'm gonna go into my bag. I'm gonna teach someone Cut now? Please tell me. Why only Fornius? Why can Fornius only learn my HM moves? That sucks. Now part of me kind of wants someone to die just so I can put a different Cut Pokemon on. But, well, I mean, it might. Like, someone might accidentally die, and if it is, it's, well, I don't want someone to die, but that kind of sucks. That I'm gonna have to be making my starter an HM slave. I won't teach anyone this yet. I keep doing it by accident. But, alright, I'm going. Alright, so heal my Pokemon. Pokemon full. Hope we see you again. And then I want to hit up the Pokemart so I can get some more healing items before I forget. Also get some Pokeballs because I keep forgetting that too. And thankfully I have Stardust I can sell if I'm low. So for now, get 7 Super Potions. Then get 10 Pokeballs. With the bonus Premier. Nope. Okay. And now, as any normal person would do, we all, like, everyone knows you save in front of the Pokemon Center. Saving a lot of data. Also, now I'm thinking about it, they would probably have to put like a mark or something on the transformed humans so they know which is which, because it'd be kind of awkward unless the person wants to save the Pokemon, then it's not that awkward. Yeah, I get that. Like, that'd be an interesting field of study though. But, okay, that's good. I have finished all the things I was going to do there. Also, before we end off, I just kind of want to check the natures of some of these Pokemon since I've got my natures chart still pulled up, and then I'll end stream. So storage, move. So these were some of the new Pokemon. I never did check Kelpie, out of curiosity. Cloud9, which is always a good nature to it. Serious nature, which is neutral. Oh, I thought I could have. Let's check our Ahavaki. Calm nature, which means attack lowering, special defense raising. That's a good nature. And heat proof. I think the only other ability Bronzor could get is levitate. Let me check that again. Bronzor. Yeah, it could have the only other ability it could have gotten was levitate. I mean, granted, heat proof isn't the worst ability. Like, this is actually a pretty decent ability for it, because it's kind of like Thick Fat, but only with fire moves instead of fire and ice. And then knowing Confusion, Hypnosis, Imprison, and Confuse Ray. I'm kind of lucky I've never used Confuse Ray on me. And then lastly, Metatite is a bold nature, which means attack lowering, defense raising. Wait, I'm pretty sure that's a bad thing. Because I believe Metatite is only physical. I don't think it's a mixed attacker. No, it is a mixed attacker. So I could make it a special Metatite. It's a terrible idea. Oh wait, it has pure power. That actually offsets the lowered nature. Okay, never mind. That actually is a decent thing then. Like, even though I lose the attack, pure power doubles whatever that is, so that's actually good. This is actually a good Metatite. Not the best, but not the worst either. So... oh, I forgot I was typing. I mean, I didn't do anything like really like that, so I can really just end however I want at this point. Reading one last message. It'd be kind of funny just to see me pretending to be a human while doing pranks in the professor's lab. That's always kind of a cute thing to think on. But anyway, this was a tumultuous stream between losing the 2 Pokemon that were in the polls, but we ended up getting some pretty decent Pokemon outside of it. So like I said, I will be keeping everyone updated on what we do, so I will be training specifically the Pokemon that will be grinded are Mothman, Surosha, Abaddon, and Mott. Abaddon and Mothman are already 5 levels away, Mott is 7 away, and Surosha is gonna take forever. Which also means you will probably see a bit of an overleveled Shisa and Thornius and maybe Mothman. So some Pokemon will end up being a little over-leveled, but they will be stronger. I will also, the POV, the Zubat dies after stream. To prevent that, I will not be doing any of my grinding on, like, after stream. I'll be hunting for the fossil, but that's really it. But I will be, like, doing the grinding off stream with the EXP share. It will make it a lot easier and a bit safer. But until that time, so until next Monday, expect some shorts for updates involving evolutions, potential deaths, and more importantly, seeing what the Honey Tree Pokemon and the other Pokemon and the Drifloon encounter on Friday. So until that day comes, I'll be ending today's stream right here. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoy this kind of content, be sure to subscribe. Comment down below so this helps me connect with you guys. Like the video so there's more which you want to see. Share the video to people so more people know this channel even exists. And don't forget to hit that bell so you know when I go live. Oh, did I hit the 4 by accident? Oh, my bad. Well, don't forget, and of course, and like I was saying, don't forget to hit that bell so you know when I go live. And don't forget to join the Discord, link in the description below. If you don't want to do Discord, I have a community tab on my page. Until next time, see ya guys!